Hello, Frenzy Knots.
Oh,
What is going on, everybody? How are you all doing tonight?
Welcome to episode 30.
is it 30 already?
30?
Yeah, 30.
Wow.
I don't know how that happened. I'm not good at math, so I could have messed that up, but I'm pretty sure it's episode 30.
Yeah,
I
I've
don't
been here
know.
since episode 13, so that's more than half.
Yeah,
That's
man.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy.
And it's a big day. We've got Shawn officially as one of our co-hosts here in the Toy Frenzy. So Shawn is officially on board. We're so stoked to have him.
Welcome, Shawn.
Officially official. And on episode 30, which we will subtitle as How Skelly Got His Groove Back. Back
There you go.
finally.
Yes, it's awesome.
I'm
I wanna-
digging.
Congratulations for being back. We're happy to have you.
I want to say a huge thank you to everybody that sent their well wishes. It was crazy. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks of 2 weeks of this crazy foot thing, and prior to that, my family members passing away. So it's been a really crazy time, and man, I just want to say thank you all for keeping the show alive while I couldn't be here, and it's been great tuning in and watching the next morning, and getting a big kick out of the three of you shooting the shit. It's been awesome, and it's just all the more convinced we got to have Shawn on here, man. Got to have Shawn. And seeing the love in the chat always, for Shawn joining in too, has really reinforced that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And I always felt welcome being on here ever since you let me come on the first time to talk. Was that about CGI He-Man?
Yeah.
You had that
Yeah.
one episode, and then ever since
Kind
then,
of like that.
yeah, ever since then, it's been the door's always been open, so I appreciate it. Yeah, and also with the chat and the community, they've been very welcoming, and yeah. Couldn't have asked for a better welcome. So thank you
Yes. Yeah, I'm glad you're here. It's fun.
We got to have the Dooch on as a guest one of these days,
Yeah.
and rub it in his face a little bit.
all. I did a little bit of that. I did
Yeah.
a little bit of that this week. I was just like, hey, by the way, I got to record on Thursday night. This stuff. He's like, you just don't like saying no. I go, yeah, I know I have problems, but I've said it before. When Skele Vader asks you something, you should say yes. There's no way around that.
Well, that's sweet. I try to not ask much of anybody very much, so I appreciate that, Shawn.
Well, Shawn came in and Oz's beard left.
Yeah,
True. It exited, and I'm hoping it's not like the hair I used to have on top of my head and it comes back. I mean, according to my headline here, it should, but
the beard is like another bald man. I'm walking.
And these two down here, one's missing a beard and one's missing his toy collection. I think, Bobby, you sold all your toys, right? That's what's going on.
Yeah, I'm in jail today, so I'm recording from jail. No, I'm just kidding. I'm in a different location. My banner and everything will be back next week. Hopefully, we'll see where I can set up better.
It'll be exciting to see your new setup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know, guys. Should we look at the chat? It's been going crazy.
Yeah,
we made
sure.
wait tonight.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a bit late, but let's get down to it.
Yeah. Who's ready? My Buddy's Customs, of course. The first comment: who's ready for the thrilling conclusion to Specters of the Past? Well, I don't know. Was it? Did it need a conclusion? I thought that was a full-fledged, fleshed out episode last week.
Yeah, I thought so.
Wow.
Or was there something that I missed?
I think it might be in reference to the wonderful intros.
Oh, I see.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to know the system for that. Do I have to read it? Do I have to find it somewhere?
Yeah. You need to pull up your email. Oh man.
Talk about unprepared.
He doesn't realize the depth to which these intros go now, where we all get a copy of our script.
Yep.
Well, no
I'm
one.
actually gonna have to start asking Pop Actor for some hints here.
So just to show the chat, here is Whoop, oh, here we go. Here is the script for this week.
Oh, no.
He grows like a
He-
fungus.
I'll tell you, my buddy's customs. He is not lacking for creativity on this stuff. Boy, I'm impressed how much he puts himself into this stuff. So,
Yeah, I know, it is crazy.
yeah. And the
I'm-
best part is seeing Bobby having to recite his lines with the golly gees and all that. So that makes it priceless for me.
I think I have to have like a southern accent, don't I, on this one?
I can't remember. I haven't fully read through it yet either. I was a little busy prior to.
I didn't know that we got it as an email, and I'm checking my email. I don't have it.
All right, hang on a sec then, Skelly. I got you, buddy.
I get to do the Scooby Doo laugh again this week. I gotta practice that.
We show up 11 minutes late and we're trying to figure out what we're going to be doing here.
Oops. You know,
My
this is what
email address is a little tricky, Bud, because it's not exactly Skele Vader as it's spelled. It's skele.vad.or. So maybe the other person that was competing for the Skele Vader email address just got a really cool script and email.
Well, that would be
Assuming
awesome.
that it's a he, not assuming that it's a he.
That's hysterical.
All right. Shoot. I will do my best to get down to the script and try to get you your lines here. Let's see. I don't know. It's not going to turn out right if I do it like that when put it in the private chat. Where is the forward button on here? Hi, I'm old, even though I look like I'm 12 now, and I'm trying to figure out how to use technology. How's everybody else doing tonight?
I was waiting for you to ask for some candy and stuff. So.
Trick or treat!
Well, in the meantime, let's go ahead and look at the chat. We've got John, figuratively speaking, saying Spectre Creative Past? Question mark, question mark. Good to see you, John. Saying hello. All right. We've got Thanos Copter here. Awesome. Good to see you.
Yes.
And Eldor is here, of course.
Ah.
Good evening, my Fenzi. I love that. Radical Toys, great to see you. And oh yeah, he hit the like so he wouldn't forget later. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
We've got scrolling through a lot of in chatting. Is that what you called it, Oz?
Always the in chatting.
Yep.
In chatting. We got Ray Black. Good to see you.
Always a pleasure to have you, Ray. Thank you for being here.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And I hope I didn't miss anybody, but there's a lot of chatting going back and forth. We got Duchess of Darkness. Good to see you.
Thanks for being here, Duchess. Always good to have you.
We got Don Roberts.
Hey,
Good to
hon.
see you.
Good to have you.
Hun, what's that all about?
Already been talked about.
I know. I'm just teasing. Woo, woo, woo. No.
We got Scott Baker here. Good to see you.
That's why he shaved his beard. Look all smooth.
Yeah, he wants to get gussied up.
Fresh as a baby's ass.
That is not it at all. Not it at all. I wish it were that. I wish that were just the reason.
You got to throw powder on your face now.
Don said, just an FYI to everyone, what you're about to see is not any of my doing. So she's telling you.
Well, I just said that, so it is. No.
All Music Fan 88, good to see you.
Good to have you here, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We got Nolan here. Good to see you.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. It's just funny.
It is funny. It's cute.
Laugh at my dismay.
Emerald Night Photos, good to see you. Always good to see you here.
Yeah, be safe with that weather.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Please be safe.
See, I read the Patreon chat once in a while.
Yeah, we try to.
I might go in there and swear at everybody, but I'm doing right with it.
What the girl are you losers doing in here?
That's exactly right.
Ronald Embry, good to see you. All right, let's see here. Man, wow. Haynes Toy Samples, great to see you here. chat is just exploding. I should leave more often. We already have
man. Yeah.
watching.
No, I think there's more people watching because you showed back up.
Oh, that's sweet.
That could be sweet.
I was going to say it's definitely because you're back here.
We got Just Shelve It here.
Well, hold on a
Woo-hoo, hey,
sec here. Jesse made it after the mythic minute tonight. Excellent.
a pop actor, newbie here. Great to see you.
Good to have you, brother. Thank you for showing up tonight.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Let's see. I am trying to do this pretty fast going through here, but I maybe
It's all good.
Oh, yeah. Pop actor. We ain't talking about Ram Man here. We're talking about Battle Ram. That's true.
Yep.
Talking about Battle Ram. Tonight is the night to talk about the Battle Ram. Hey, Mike Fee is here. Oops.
I was going to say, sorry to steal
Say
the
that's
thunder
wrong.
there.
Mike Fee. Oh, sorry. Was I stealing your thunder?
Yeah, well, no, I clicked that at the same time you clicked Mike Fee as well. Good to have you here, brother. Glad you could show up. I was going to say, we've got the wonderful Scott Baker in the chat as well.
Mm-hmm.
And now Skelly and I play Who's Can Click on Everybody First.
We got Skelevator here.
Uh-oh, watch out. That guy's always up to no good when he's in
here,
the chat.
He's there. He's everywhere.
How do they sneak on the show?
I don't know how that happened. All right, let's see here.
JMac77 has joined us in the chat. Good to have you,
Oh,
brother.
yeah, good to see you, Jay.
And now I've actually got to load more comments because the whole thing just froze.
Oh, my goodness. I can't even keep up. Oh, wait, I missed Danny. Where's Danny?
Don't miss Danny.
I passed him up, and I clicked on the new comments. Oh, there he is. Danny Phillips. That's not awesome.
Yeah.
Man, Lex Luthor's one of my favorites.
We've also got Alf Inflict in the house.
Good to
Always
see
good
you.
to have you here, brother.
Very cool.
And just a message for Pop Actor saying you can't bring your toys in jail.
Exactly. Exactly.
All
right. So did you? Oh, hey, we got Mortarheads here.
Hey.
Oh, Mortarheads. What's going on?
Good to see you back. Hey, man, those Skeletor masks and those Beastman masks have been showing up in people's houses.
Yep.
Those are beautiful. Those are so
They look
beautiful.
so good.
Just letting you know that I got those on my Christmas wish list. So, or my birthday's sooner, so maybe I'll convince someone in my family to get me some of those.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Trap Jaw one.
Yeah, for sure.
My God, yes.
Yeah, I mean, all of them look beautiful. Imagine a whole shelf of giant toy heads.
You know I'm all about that Stinkor one, and I'm going to have that patchouli on it too.
I sure hope that thing.
Just don't put it in the mask.
You were talking about maybe smelling.
Yeah, you got to put it all in there. Just wanted to say we got Cobweb in the house as well.
I love that name, by the way.
It is. It's
Me
awesome.
too.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
Man, so many people in the chat and all the in-chatting going on. I love this. And we have Jamie Sanders in the house. Welcome. Good to have you.
Good to see you, Jamie. All right, I got the script.
Good.
Yeah, I was going to say I forwarded it to you, and I think with all the catching up here, we've just about got it back. All right.
Are we all caught up?
I think so. I think we finally did it. I mean, we've had to scroll through a lot, but that's what happens. The chat keeps growing, and sadly, we miss a couple things here and there. But, for now, I think we've got ourselves all caught up, and it's good to see everybody here. I'm excited.
I don't know if Pop Actor is saying there's no Black Phoenix 77, or did we miss Black Phoenix 77? Sorry if we missed you in there.
Well, if Black Phoenix is here, I did not see it yet. I'm scrolling back up to find out. I don't see him. Well, we'll give him a shout out when we do see him. And Black Phoenix, if you're here, just type in the chat so we can highlight it.
Yeah.
Got to give you credit for being here, brother.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh man, this is intense. This is a novella.
I know
Right?
it's long. Isn't it?
That's why I showed it.
I mean,
We
Once I
gotta,
read a few lines, I get tired and I fall asleep.
we gotta publish all of these eventually.
Yeah. Well, that's up to Bud if he lets us.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's got the copyrights.
that's true.
Cobweb saying, "Glad you like my name. It's a play on my real life name."
Hey, cool. That's awesome.
All right, I guess I should go ahead and pull those back up now so I can get ready to start reading this intro here. All right.
I think I just deleted it.
I just want to let you all know this is my first time doing this, and I'm not a very good actor, and it makes me insane with stress. So I'm gonna just try and do my best.
Woosah, man.
You're
Woosah.
look, you probably got easy lines.
Pop actor, if you could please put some relaxation techniques in the chat for Skelly. Help a brother out, please.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Wanted to give a quick shout out. We got Chef M80 in the house saying, "Evening, gents. We need a lot of vehicles and origins still."
Yeah, we do. We're gonna get to that.
All right. And so far, you're being told you did better than Jay from GDL. So, getting better than the big dogs.
Wow. I don't know.
Got to appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now, I don't know if this will be as good as usual since the beard has gone. I feel like Samson and some of my power has just drained from me. But we'll see if I can actually still pull this shtick off here.
It might actually sound better because your hair won't be scratching against the microphone.
Does it do that? Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like every time you talk, it's like this.
Oh, see? Now
he's gonna have all kinds of phobias about this.
Totally. I'm going to have to keep this all
scratching. Am I scratching?
Then he's gonna have to look for his suckers too because he doesn't ever have them stuck in his beard anymore.
That's true. No more flavor.
No more leftovers.
No, my soup ends up on my shirt.
I think the shaved Oz looks great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't think I've looked this young in quite a long time.
Yep.
Yep, that's true.
It's true.
All right. So,
okay,
ladies and gentlemen, gays and theys, people from all walks of life, or as we call you here, the frenzied.
Or frenzy knots.
Gotta love those frenzy knots. The weekly euphoric show is not aimed to get you to buy toys or figures. When Uncle Shawn comes to town and spits poetic nothings into your sweet ear holes, toy.
At least it's ear holes.
Yeah, thank you.
Toy Frenzy brings you engaging topics about toy collecting. Who's collecting who? What toys are coming soon to a bookshelf near you? Collecting changes with age and more. All right, Skelevaderites, Ozholes, Bobbies, Blushers, and Scavarnians. This live show brings you the most astute, endearing, and engaging crew of collectors, fans from across multiple lines of toys with a fresh spring of knowledge from many walks of life. I give you to hell and back, putting one sore foot in front of the other, the hipster-dressed king of the frenzy, Skelly can't keep a good man down, Vader.
Let it echo.
To hell and back for sure.
And now the man whose face pops up on most live shows you watch, the Sultan of Shine. A man who knows more about current retail than former Mattel employees, the announcer of the Introverse. Ostra, damn it, give me all them Mythic Legions figures toys.
Now, you should have rubbed your face too now.
That's true. Well, he didn't know when he wrote it.
Right, exactly. That squeak.
From across the live show pond, invading all your Castle Grayskulls, stealing all your mashed potatoes, and is probably passed out in your front yard while the water sprinklers are going off. The queen of the truffle shuffle. Welcome officially to the frenzied verse, Uncle Shawn I can't do it as the Batman thing now.
No,
Oh,
no, no, no,
crap.
no, 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 no.
Mattel. Thanks, boys. I appreciate the support. Mattel.
I gotta jump in here. Scavarnians is amazing. That really works.
Oh yeah.
I think he coined it, but he asked me. I'm just like, just go with that. I could not think of anything, but yeah, Scavarnian.
Scavarnians. That's
I
cool.
like it. All right. Also, we can't forget Mattel's Classics Grayskull.
Yeah.
And last, but always the best, the man with the hand over his mouth. Someone who can never outrun the many names I give him. The man who ages like fine vintage wine.
I've
with a
actually said that
fistful
once.
of Vicks and a heart of gold. One of these days, I'll actually make it through this intro. Actually laughing. With a fistful of Vicks and a heart of gold. Beautiful, blushing Bobby's Beaver.
Don't say that. Please don't say that. Son of a bitch. I told him not to say that. See, it even says here, I didn't forget, sorry, Bobby, on the script.
Oh man, that's in your face. He's like, I'm just doing it.
I know.
But
SOB.
wait, there
is more. A lot more. I'm scrolling through.
But wait, there's more. Oh, come on, Bobby.
I'm just kidding.
All right. But wait, there's more. We have a special Patreon shout out to our collector from across the Eternian seas. Mo2 sticking a cork in it. Any naysayer's origins is here to stay. Mo2 Origins Cork getting his big shout out tonight.
Yes.
He is definitely just, again, a huge, awesome part of the community. Absolutely love having him in there.
Yeah, I've known him for a while, and he's awesome, dude.
Yeah, he's great.
He was one of my first followers on Twitter. Yeah, I mean,
we followed each other on Twitter for a long time and became
I was
friends.
excited to see him join up on Instagram because I don't do the whole Twitter thing. So I was stoked to be able to connect with him there.
Yeah, I convinced him.
Nice.
I told him all I said was because I'm on there, and then he said, "Okay, I'll join."
Great too.
Yeah.
And figuratively speaking, John Westby has joined the chat saying hello, Skelly, Oz, and Bobby and Shawn. Man, it just gets longer to say. Wow, I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of longer to say, this episode was brought to you by Blushing Bobby's Barn, Oscar Mayer, the Potato People of Idaho, and Patreon. Supporting Patreon supports Toy Frenzy and other Frenzyverse shows, from Sunday's Weekly Weirdo with Skelevator, which is soon to return. Heal well, my Skelly friend. Thursday's Toy Frenzy with all our best boys. Saturday's Ostradamus Toys Live and monthly Legions class, which, now that I mod it, is slowly indoctrinating me into wanting one. One of us. One of us.
Google Goblin.
Also, Skelevator's podcast, Cambrian with Shawn. I swear in my head I keep saying Cambria and Coheed, which is a great band.
Well, this will help you. This will help you, but it's Cambridge and with Shawn. So now you no longer have to think of Cambria and Coheed and Cambria.
Yep. Patreon members get access to episode 3 early. Also, now that we have Uncle Shawn chained in the basement, check out his new episode of Legends of Grayskull podcast and Offworld. Yeah. You get access to our group Discord, where we talk about all things toys, movies, music, comics, fan fiction, custom figures, pics of your collections, pics of your cat collection, and more.
Love it.
And now, the chilling conclusion of last week's episode of Specters of the Past. Last week, our boys were checking the rumors, and that an old Mattel toy factory was haunted by the actual spirit of Castle Grayskull. Upon entering, they discussed what their next live show was going to pertain to. Upon discussing, Shawn started to hear a haunting howl from beyond. The others argued while a white shadow of a face with a gaping maw opened to a hellscape within. Shawn alerted the others, and that it was not the spirit of Castle Grayskull, but it was indeed the spirit of Castle Hellskull, the otherworldly dark dimensions fortress where evil reigns supreme.
Run! There's something coming out of the mouth!
As the boys turn to run for their lives, a large hulking form of a man appears from the maw of Hellskull, a hell-like specter covered in black, eyes as white as snow and smoke billowing from his mouth.
What the fuck is that? I ad-libbed that word. You're supposed to say, what the hell is that? So, sorry, boy. Payback.
Oh, my stars and gravy! Is that Anti-Eternia He-Man? Our beloved hero emerges with
an
sword
aging
and shield in hand and begins chasing after our crew of misfits.
We got to tear ass and get the hell out of here.
Oh, that made my day. Hearing you say that was amazing. We gotta sample that. We gotta sample that. Put that at the end of every show.
We got to tear ass.
It's gonna how we officially end the credits now.
Yes.
We gotta tear ass. As long as we're not all sitting around ripping ass, so it sounds like
I love it.
Ripping the Oz holes, right?
That's right. Tear ass straight out of the Oz hole.
All right, we're losing story here. Let's be professional.
Yeah, because that's what this show is all about.
No, because we got to get through this goddamn rest of this thing. It's so goddamn long.
The hulking specter, hot on their toes, starts to gain speed, getting closer. Bobby, where's Shawn and Skelly? We need to get out of here pronto.
Skelly is upstairs looking around for clues, and Shawn skedaddled the moment he saw something coming out of there. Out of the maw. Whatever that means.
From up above on the second floor balcony, a familiar voice yells.
Run them across near the conveyor belt. I marked an X on the floor below. I have a plan.
On it.
On it, alligator! Run!
On it.
Whatever.
The two boys begin to zig and zag in the conveyor belt, tipping over boxes to slow down the specter. Then from above, you hear...
Watch out below.
From above, just as the specter is about to pass the X, a barrel drops from above and a rain of packing peanuts shower over the X as the barrel falls over the dark creature, trapping him within.
Got him. Is everyone okay?
Hey, you know me. I'm always peachy keen.
That's another
Shawn, where are you? From out of a drum, Shawn pops up with the packing peanuts in his mouth.
Packing peanut. I packed myself in here like a peanut.
Like a nut. I'm sorry. Like a nut, that's for sure.
It's like, I have to pause again and say this. Bud like knows your cadence, Bobby. Like it's like a nut, that's for sure. That sounds like something you would say.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I've been speaking to the past few episodes saying he writes stuff I don't say.
He's changing. He's changing because he's doing much better this time around.
I guess so, yeah. I still don't say peachy keen though, by the way.
Or golly gee, yeah.
Golly gee whiz, guys. That's not part of the line, by the way.
More like kiss my ass.
The cops are alerted.
Come on,
The
man.
cops are alerted and all right. The cops are alerted and arrive on the scene. They ask, "What is going on here?"
Well, while the boys were looking down below, I went upstairs looking for clues where I found a room that looked like it had been lived in for a while. There was a computer that was turned on, and while looking at it, I discovered the true identity of our dark specter.
Whew, that was quick.
Skelly walked over and unmasked the dark figure.
It was old man Scotty all along.
Oz, Bobby,
Oh.
Shawn, all gasp.
Oh,
The former.
Oh.
The former toy
the former
curator.
toy curator. But why? Think of the kidults and kids, but mostly kidults.
Oh my gosh. I got these really long lines. Old man Scotty created this specter to scare off buyers. He wanted the line back to himself. And if he couldn't have it, if he couldn't have it, no one could. So he started spreading the tales of fear and doubt and used this costume to scare anyone who came looking for answers. Like us. Oh, we're going. Everyone gives a thumbs up. Oh, like us.
Well, I guess these April showers will now definitely bring May flowers.
Aww.
Did you see all those new pre-orders that popped up?
Wow, what a shuckster. Let's get out of here. Hold on. Let's get out of here, gang, and hit up the old local drive-in. I hear there's a new Rootin' Tootin' show or airing, and I don't want to miss the Let's Scoot.
Oh my gosh, you got the best lines, Bobby.
The boys close another mystery, only to walk into another.
Guys, where's the battle ram?
Right here.
Look,
Bam.
there it is.
Oh man, that was fun.
That was a bit much this week. It really was.
Pretty soon, we're almost already an hour in. Pretty soon, the scripts are going to take up the whole 2.5 hours.
We could just start doing radio shows on Thursday nights.
Oh my gosh, we'll have to turn it into a separate show.
Have our own radio drama going on.
I'm sweating.
I gotta say though, it was pretty obvious who that was written about, but glad to see we're gonna be getting some heat here. Maybe that's all right. Bring it on. I don't care.
Well, hey, it's all in good fun, and every time Scott's name is mentioned, I'm sure he gets a new subscriber on YouTube, and I know people have mixed feelings, but he's trying to do he's trying to give us the knowledge that he can, and frustrate some people, and some people get on board, and what are you going to do? Like people, the more people talk about him, the more people are going to be interested. What did Andy Warhol say? All press is still press, or something like that.
No bad press.
No bad
I think, or something like that.
No such thing as bad
True.
press.
Yeah,
It's totally
no such
true.
thing as bad press.
Well, when Scott
People are
gets new
talking about
YouTube subscribers, they watch it and then they loses 2. So
Maybe.
he gets 1 and then he loses 2.
Maybe.
No, I'm just kidding.
It probably is. I mean, when I lose one, another one pops up down the line, and I'm sure it is that way. But
Yeah, tends to be. I'm pretty sure I lost 5 from last week's episode alone, but I gained like 7, so that's okay.
I've been steady at 51. I don't have anybody.
Oh man!
Yeah.
All right, everybody's got to go head over to Bobby's channel right now, and if you can, drop that link in the chat. Go subscribe right over there. Check out Bobby's channel, Vintage Motu. People, come on!
Well,
Plus,
Scott has a trailer of a show that's
all
not
good.
coming out yet. I do have playlists of all our shows that we're on, so yeah.
it's true. It's true.
well, Shawn, you got to get your own YouTube channel now.
No. now that I'm on this and I'm on the other stuff, it's like I don't need one. I'm along for the ride on whatever one wants me each week, so I'm
That's
happy.
good. That's
Well,
probably
It saves me from button clicking and all that stuff.
Yeah, same here.
I'm here and I'm a happy camper. So
yeah.
Well, either way, anybody here is always welcome on Ostradamus Toys Live. That's for sure. Every Saturday night. You guys want to jump on and join me? I'm all about it.
You
I
gotta
love
fucking
having
plug yourself every time, and you can't, right?
Hey, that's what we're supposed to do, right? That's how I do the YouTube thing.
Oh, by the way, Ozholes, don't forget my
That's right.
channel.
He's definitely pretty soon. Oz's streams are going to be like 10 hours long, and it's turning into a real marathon, man. I admire that kind of.
Start calling it the Ozathon.
Yeah, the
Well, that's
Ozathon.
Appreciate it, gents. That's awesome. Thank you. So
He got a taste of it at New Year's. That's why. Because that was
cheers.
we were up till 3 in the morning our time, bringing in the New Year at all the time zones. After I jumped in, what that I jumped in like after midnight. I was up till 3 in the morning with you.
I appreciate it. Though that was great.
No, I'm not saying it was a bad thing, but I'm like, man, he's got it in him. He can pull this off on the weekends, probably.
Yeah.
And that was just the second half because Jay shut down the first half right before midnight.
I missed all that fun, but because my daughter wanted to stay up till midnight, but right after she went to bed, I'm running down here. And I joined in, and then it's like, well, let's bring it in the next time zone. And the next, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. You know, and I was all punchy, but it was fun.
Brick something. Wait, they're not already 10 hours long?
They just keep going, getting bigger.
Amazing.
So I was going to say, I know we had Black Phoenix jump into the chat as well.
Good to see you.
Brick something has joined in for the night. Glad to have you here, brother. Thank you for coming out.
Oh,
And also...
Little
Where
shout
is-
out to Legends of Grayskull podcast from Emerald Night Photos. Yes.
Nice, thank you.
Definitely.
I miss my chair. I don't have the armrests where I could sit like this.
No.
Oh, no.
I'll have to put my knee up or something.
There you go. That works. There you go. I dig it. It's good code.
It was like such a you stole my stapler moment. I missed my chair. You stole my stapler.
Where's my chair?
We also have Eternian Ellipse, who's just getting his start this past week on YouTube, joining in. It's good
Did
to
you
see
all
him.
watch that episode on Back to the Future? It was great. Eternian Ellipse. Awesome. Bringing the knowledge.
It was great. Absolutely happy to have you here, and thank you for showing up tonight.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just wanted to say, you know what? Everybody might be teasing me, but Brick's got my back. Yeah. Thanks, Brick.
Hey, Brick and me. I complimented you too. Don't forget that I complimented you too. Okay.
You did. You definitely.
He just wants more spots on your show. That's why.
Brick's always welcome to come on. He's got the open invite too.
I know.
Oh man. And yes, Radical Toys. Duchess is every Wednesday. Yeah. Check it out.
She does Wicked Wednesdays, her premiere video every week, as well as she likes to post a lot of shorts throughout the week as well, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So shall we talk about this thing that everybody's wondering about? At least I've been wondering about it ever since Origins started. And I you know, Bobby doesn't have his poster up there behind him right now, but one of the first vehicles we ever got.
It was the first, yeah.
It was the battle ram, right?
Yes.
And so what's the deal? I mean, we got the Sky Sled. Is it called the Sky Sled? I feel like I'm
it's
shouting
the Sky
my
Sled.
Yeah.
We got that with Prince Adam, but did anybody have any theories as to why they would wait so long to bring the battle ram out? Is it the shooting projectile? Is it that they made the Sky Sled too big to begin with in that original set with Prince Adam, and they didn't think that they would have an interest, that there would be an interest? Like, what's the deal with this?
That's the question. I'm not sure why. I know everybody wants it. I'm
Yeah.
not sure why it's not available yet. I don't know. Maybe because it's so bulky. I'm not sure what the. I don't know.
It's
Theory that I could throw out there real quick is a lot of people just equate the jet sled part to Filmation since they didn't have the whole battle ram on there.
right.
So maybe they decided to go for what most people remember of the cartoon, because a lot of the fandom goes to the cartoon as that was their intro.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why they kept it to that extent. That would be my guess.
I think that paired with what Pop Actor said is Mattel going to insert the Sky Sled in the battle ram part, like they built the Sky Sled and released it with Prince Adam because, as you said, Shawn, that people might recognize it from the cartoon. They didn't see the battle ram in the cartoon, and so they're okay with not having this. But now, if they were to make it, they would have to make it compatible to that sky sled that came with Prince Adam, which was, if I am remembering correctly, because I don't have a vintage battle ram anymore, it's substantially bigger than the
Yes.
original sky sled. And here's the image of the vintage toy. And then I'm gonna come back to this, but Mr. Home Arcade launched this video today. I don't know if you all watched it, but it's showing an Origins He-Man on the battle ram and sky sled. And you can see that sky sled is really small compared to the one we got with the Origins Prince Adam. So maybe that's the case. But also he's pointing out that like your Origins figures can fit perfectly fine on, he went through all the vehicles on his episode today, which was a great episode. They fit pretty much in all the vehicles. There's only 2 that you have to take the feet off for them to fit in, the Roton being one of them. But yeah, this is it would have to be bigger. And I'm almost thinking that I'd be interested to see if the Classics Sky Sled is bigger, if it's bigger or smaller than the Origins one. I didn't put an Origins picture in here, but
I would also
I
assume,
haven't.
go ahead.
No, Bobby, by all means.
I was gonna say I'd also assume that when they designed the jet sled for Origins, of course they had the battle ram designed as well with it. So even if it's bigger, it's still they're gonna make it to fit, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't think it's anything. It's just an odd thing to happen. It's been out for a few years now, but the
Yeah.
backside hasn't. It's just goofy. I'm not sure why.
There's Oz is catching up on all the comments, and Pop Actor, you'll get to it, Oz, but Pop Actor said that the Sky Sled Origins is the same size as the vintage. I think so. It just feels so much bigger.
It's definitely bigger. The back extends out a bit further. It's a little bit wider across. I forget what the exact dimensions are, but it is slightly larger. They definitely built it a bit bigger than that original. They were talking a lot about it in one of the videos early on from Mattel. Like they were discussing it with Pixel Dan, because all the tooling for the new Sky Sled is all new tooling.
Yeah.
None of it's original. It's comparable to the Classics one, but I don't know that it's the same size. However, again, I mean, I know for them, they could put that one out. And I think the real key thing here is since the first couple of vehicles, pretty much all of the later ones, they haven't done a lot of new tooling on.
Well, the Road Ripper or Ground Ripper is the exact same. It's almost like they use the same mold. It's
right,
same size, same design.
Yep, they took out the mechanics.
Yeah,
but other than that, it's pretty much the same toy. The Roton itself, slightly larger.
Yeah,
but it's not like the Wind Raider. When the Wind Raider came out, it was significantly larger than the original Wind Raider.
Yeah, that's true. Shawn, do you have I know you have a lot of classics. Do you have the Classics Battle Ram?
Unfortunately, I have like Stridor and Night Stalker. I never ended up getting any of the vehicles past them and the Beasts. So, but I know, like I've seen that one, and that one's definitely a decent size compared to the original. I had an original here, actually up to like last year, and there's definitely some length to this one. I'm just curious when it comes to this, what if they just release it as the whole thing and they give you the jet sled with it, and then that way the jet sled you got, because you could interchange the front pieces,
Mm,
if I remember. So you could make that be the Evil Warriors jet sled then, and
yeah.
you can have this one, if they make it that way, be for the Heroic Warriors, and then you're covering both bases.
Yeah, I
That
like
could
that
be nice.
idea.
I don't know if that's the plan, but that wouldn't be a bad idea. Then you have one that could be for one thing and another, and there isn't like a, oh, I already bought the same thing or whatever.
And it would be weird if they just released the like the
The back end,
the
yeah,
the rocket launcher backside by
yeah,
itself.
yeah.
But yeah, that would, for those that have like multiple sky sleds at home, like that'd be a great way to have, yeah, the option to exchange them, or just to have a bunch of sky sleds and a couple of battle rams.
Hmm.
That would be cool. I love the I love the design of the vintage missile
Yeah,
phase.
me too. Yep, that's
Oh,
awesome.
man, love that.
Yeah,
That's
I
really,
always appreciated it.
yeah, one of the reasons why I've been hesitant to grab a battle ram, vintage battle ram, is because it's hard to find it with all three of the little rockets and with the stickers intact. And I kind of want I want one of those rockets to go with it if I ever get it, but haven't haven't gotten it. I kind of Brick something saying I love the classics version. I wish I had it. It's so good. I agree. It's pretty gorgeous, but I kind of prefer the vintage one. So I'm really interested to see what the Origins version would look like. But yeah, the classics is gorgeous. I mean, all the classics is gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, all the tooling for classics was absolutely gorgeous.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Almost like, this is going to sound crappy, I guess, and some people are going to hate me for saying this. Almost too good. Like classics, sometimes they almost look too good to be Masters of the Universe toys from my perspective.
Yeah, sometimes
Well,
yes.
Yeah,
that was, again, me coming from classics and
yeah,
all the new stuff hitting right after I start getting into podcasts and stuff. When I saw the new stuff, I'm like, this is like forcing I'm not meaning this in any derogatory way at all, but it was like, that was my adult collectible that I'm holding of the He-Man and the Skeletor for classics. And then I'm like, they're reissuing it again for 4-year-olds. Like it was so weird. It was like
yeah,
what's the term? The retrofitting.
yeah,
It felt like that. It's like, okay, we're going back to the beginning again, and for me, I was like, but I liked it better where we were, because that was so much like what I wanted as an adult from my childhood,
yeah,
and it was the sculpting and everything on that line, like it made me inspired enough. I had to start collecting again because
yeah,
I absolutely adored how the figures looked in there, and then it made me open my eyes to other lines for that reason.
yeah.
And no, I'm not saying that it's for 4-year-olds. If anybody gets upset, feel free to yell at me, but I didn't mean it in a derogatory way.
Sure
It
you
was
did.
like an apples to origin, yeah, apples to oranges moment.
There's your
I'm
new
programmed with the origins in
Say
there.
apples to oranges.
Apples to origins, yes. But it was like, okay, so I have these on my shelf, but these are what are being off. Yeah, I was quite confused.
Sean's new catchphrase.
Apples
Apples
to
to oranges.
origins.
Hashtag that.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I
That'll be
understand.
my next headline on my
That's right.
video.
Yeah,
You can
I
change them now.
I think that you're right, Sean, about classics being like this the thing that we always envisioned. You know,
Mhm.
as kids, if you read the mini comics and if
Yeah.
you know, and especially later on with the Super Seven, or when Mattel started doing the Filmation classics, and
Mhm.
Super Seven took that over, like it allowed us to get closer to what we imagined these characters to be. But I still feel like there's nothing like the vintage figures. I mean, I know that that's even the Origins does feel like it's trying to give us back that thing that the vintage figures gave us, but nothing quite comes close to the vintage figures.
Of course.
No,
Um,
I
and
agree.
vehicles. Um,
100% with that.
yeah, I knew Bobby would get on board with that too. Payne's toy samples. I'm looking at a vintage 122 complete. That's cool. Where's that on eBay? Payne's put the put the oh yeah, put the link in the chat or something.
That's if it has all the stickers, though.
Yeah, that's true. I am ahead. I'm not trying not to buy anything these days. I mentioned to Oz and Mega J in a chat the other day that I'm just holding off on buying anything until the Snake Mountain comes out. I say that, but it's, it's when new things pop up, it's like super tempting. If a Battle Ram came out tomorrow, I would be on board with that. But I'm trying to hold off on getting new things until the Snake Mountain comes out. I'm itching to get that Snake Mountain.
It's so difficult to do right now. So difficult.
There's so much coming out right now. It's crazy.
It's actually easy if you put your mind to it.
It's way to go.
Seriously, it is. It's true.
Golly gee, Bobby, really?
Yeah.
Let me tell you about it, son. If you step back and you really think about it, and say, self, do I need this? And you can tell yourself no. And then just start thinking that way over and over and over again and stop looking online.
I keep telling my wife that about our kids, but for some reason she's still attached, and I'm like, well, so okay, I gotta stick to this idea instead of buying all the toys I want. Okay, like it's like for a second I was like, Bobby, what do you mean that painting fences is fun? Let me try it. Get into that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Bobby does have a good point. If there's something you're having a hard time resisting, just don't go to the store. Don't go online.
Yep.
Don't go to the Four Horsemen website.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you got to do.
Well,
We'll watch Oz's 4-hour shows every Saturday because he'll talk you into buying everything.
And while I was laid up in bed for 2 weeks watching people's YouTube channels, it's really hard to not get the itch. It's like
I get that. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I love my vintage tongue lasher, but then seeing the new one, I'm like, I could just go on BBTS and get it. I could just do that. And
It's always good to get a new tongue lasher. The other one gets worn out after a while.
Yeah.
Well, depends on how you use it.
That's what I'm saying. Man, you guys just won't let me. You guys won't let me derail the show anymore. What
are you talking about? Skelly jumped right on board with you. He didn't carry through. He left it to you. He said it depends on how you use it, and you just let it run by.
Origins aren't comparable to. Hey, Carlos, good to see you.
Yeah.
Origins are not comparable to classics. That is for sure.
Yes.
One is for play, the other one is for display. It's like comparing NECA TMNT to Playmates. I totally get it. We are 100% on board with that.
Well, we had a show about that, so
I like to, yeah, exactly. I like to play and display. So that's my dilemma.
That's the biggest thing for me is what got me back into this was getting Origins because at the time vintage was still pretty expensive. The price has gone down quite a bit on vintage right now if you want to get back into it. Yeah. But it was mainly for me to share these with Connor, but I didn't realize that the line would also still be going. I really kind of thought like those when they brought out the commemorative figures back in the early 2000s, I kind of thought it was going to run like that. And that was, we're just going to get a handful and that was going to be it. The fact that we're still talking about this line, like 4 years later now,
it's crazy.
Deep into the collection with full-size play sets coming out with more additions to it. It's great because I like that. I get to share that and play with Connor with that. Whereas if I had classics, it'd be just like, with the Alien and Predator. I'd be like, no, Connor, you ain't playing with my classics. We're going to go ahead and get these vintage ones kind of deal.
Yeah, see, when Origins came out, I figured it was going to be a 6-year plan.
Oh.
Right off the bat. That was what my thought was.
So I think you're right on that, Bobby, because I think that's about where we're headed, right?
Yeah.
Skelly, shave your facial hair. This is something. Bobby, shave your head and get some glasses. That would be epic. Trade looks.
Yeah, right. No, I wouldn't shave my head. No way.
No, just call ourselves the Poindexters or something.
Yeah. Oh man. Bud saying, I'm resisting the urge to buy New Adventures He-Man. I really love him, but I have to cut back on figures for a bit. Yeah. I mean, that's the other thing too. New Adventures Masterverse Skeletor is going to be coming out soon. That guy is gorgeous,
So
and
good.
That New Adventures He-Man, that face looks stupid.
yeah, it doesn't quite work for me.
I don't like it.
Well,
Yeah,
it's calling back to New Adventures from the 90s. That face looks stupid. So
No. But I mean, they're trying to make it. Yeah, but they're not modeling it off the toy.
no,
You know what I
no,
mean?
they're not.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
I think they went back to whoever did the Dolph Lundgren head, and they were like, "Hey,
Yeah.
since everybody loved that last one so much,
It's like they took like this massive heat gun and just kind of like shrunk the face down a little bit to make it look younger. And it's dumb looking.
Yeah, and there's all this discussion about He-Man's face. Doesn't matter what version of He-Man, it's difficult to see an appropriate He-Man face. Even the Filmation versions of He-Man's faces,
Mhm.
Super 7 figures, they're close but not quite there. It's like,
It's still good looking though. I like the Filmation He-Man face from Super 7.
that laughing Prince Adam's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
goofy, but
And Mega J has a way to make you want to buy it. It's because I'm making payments on the Eternia set. Yeah, Mega J is one of them, man. He certainly has a way of selling toys to us. Yeah, he's good at that, and it's his enthusiasm. Gotta love that enthusiasm.
absolutely." That moxie and charisma that Mega J just has about him is incredible.
Yeah.
So Black Phoenix is saying that only thing he really wants right now is Slamurai and Ninjor. I mean, how do you guys feel about that right now? I mean, I know we're trying to talk about the vehicles that are coming out, but just right now, again, getting more and more of the repaints kind of characters coming out. Do you feel like maybe one of the reasons we're not getting some more vehicles is because they're just getting harder to tool as time goes on?
yeah, like I said before, they did bring out the easier ones,
Mm-hmm.
making now everything else has like a special feature that is part of it, battery operated or whatever. So they're more intricate compared to the ones that came out already.
Did they do an attack track in Classics?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
Because it can't really be a vehicle without the play feature, without the battery operated.
Same with
Wheels.
Dragon Walker. They didn't do
Yep.
that one. I mean, basically, Classics had the Wind Raider, Roton, and the Battle Ram. I'm trying to think if there was other ones. I think that was it.
Just the horses and the cats.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Stridor and Night Stalker, and then Battle Lion, Battle Cat, and Danko.
What do you guys think about that even? Why haven't we seen a Night Stalker advertised yet? Because that would be an easy one to do.
I think they're waiting for,
Yeah.
like I've said this from the beginning, they're waiting for Snake Mountain so they can have that base connect to Snake Mountain like they do with. Yep, that's why.
Yep.
I'd be
And-
all about that.
Yeah, that's going to be something to want to get. I'm interested to know if they're going to incorporate the connecting pieces to Grayskull and Snake Mountain like we saw in the design of the Eternia playset. Like if there's going to be a connecting, like a purchasable connector for those things.
Possible. I would say so for once Eternia comes out. Yeah.
Yeah. Did I,
I
say
mean-
Eternia?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
you said Eternia.
I doubt what I'm thinking and what I'm saying constantly these days.
I hear it. Well, I mean, one thing that we can always look for too is if we don't get it from Mattel, there are a lot of really amazing third-party customizers out there right now who, I mean, I don't know if you guys have been watching, but Hebro's been adding like almost whole levels to Castle Grayskull at this point.
Oh, well, that's not, we're definitely promoting Mr. Home Arcade all over tonight's show. But I saw the other video of his. He went ahead and bought the attachments to create the two-sided Grayskull with the different levels and stuff that Hebro made with his 3D printer, and that thing looks pretty cool.
Yep.
I'm kind of a purist though when it comes to this stuff. I feel like it's hard for me to want to alter the toys that I have. This is one of the reasons why this is the closest thing I've come to like customizing, is just putting a head on King Grayskull, because I have a hard time wanting to alter the way the toys look as themselves.
Well, that's one of those things that not going into a whole different line here, but like when you buy He-Man, when you buy Skeletor, you bought it for it being He-Man or Skeletor. Now we're in the age where a toy line can give you so many different things, and you don't have that owning, you don't have the nostalgia, but you have maybe the creative mind to go, but what if I take these and I do this, and what if this? And then all of a sudden you see third-party people out there doing some interesting stuff and creative stuff. The next thing you know, that basic figure that you bought that might not even have a name, it might just be Legion Builder or whatever, you suddenly, here's this character that you created, and you have a story in your head of what you want this to mean to you and all that. And if we had that as kids,
Oh man,
imagine how insane that would have been for our parents to keep up with our creativity, to keep making these new things and have our own stuff. And it's like the toy companies would have lost their minds going, but we want you to buy He-Man. And then you're holding up your figure like, this is my guy now, and driving them crazy. So
yeah,
I understand completely where you're coming from, because I would not want to modify an existing figure. Like, I wouldn't want to modify a He-Man to be something different. But when I buy some of these other ones, I'm like, oh, I'm fine with taking the boots off, and we're going to do this time.
Yeah,
We're going to do this with the gloves or whatever. Yeah. So,
it is fun. It is fun to do that with the Origins figures. That's for sure. I mean, I used to trade the arms off on my vintage figures all the time.
All the time.
All the time. So I said that I have a hard time altering the toys as they are, but at the same time, I'm like, I think all of us are driven to a kind of either the play aspect or the display aspect or the customizing aspect. It all comes down to creativity, and I think we're all drawn to that, even if we're just organizing our shelf, right?
Absolutely.
That's how I do it. He-Man goes here tonight. Yay.
You get like 6 or 7 He-Men when you collect the whole line, so it doesn't take much. I got a He-Man here for this and here for this.
I got one in each corner of the room.
I just put all of them in a row.
He-Mans.
Yeah, I put all of my He-Mans in a row from the first to the last. Yeah,
that's in order. That's awesome. Yeah. I just saw your subtitle, Bobby. That's so cool. And thank you.
I have to do it.
Thank you, Bud, for your brilliant writing.
Tear ass now.
It hurts.
You see the size of that asshole? That is so big.
What a giant asshole.
Now I want to show this too. I'm sure you've all seen this already, but there was about a year ago, these designs were released, but I somebody else posted them recently, and for the potential new Masters of the Universe movie. I forget who it was. I'd totally give you credit for it, but there's like you can watch a short video that goes through the slides of what are supposedly designs for the new Masters of the Universe movie, which I'm looking at these with high level of doubt.
Yeah.
But I really love the battle ram design here. This is kind of great.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's pretty amazing. I love it's a little bit higher up. Definitely look like they could. There needs to be a lot of them, and the Stridors look cool too. There's just one image here. Look at that! All those battle rams and Stridors in front of the Castle Grayskull. I'm not too keen on the Grayskull design.
I was just about to say that. I don't like that either. It's too straight
it looks
up and
more
down.
like a tunnel.
Yeah.
It's too symmetrical. That's what it is.
Yeah, too symmetrical. Something wrong with it. I can't quite pinpoint it. It's maybe the sad eyes, maybe that.
Yeah, it does look kind of sad, doesn't it? It's
Yeah,
got that glowing tongue. No, I'm just kidding.
he's got a tiara. He's got a tiara, which kind of.
Got a tiara and a glowing tongue. Wow, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Looks like he just got his ass teared.
Hey,
Mike,
Mike Fee, definitely fan of the bad guys too, man.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
Hmm.
But yeah, this battle ram looks kind of rad.
I like that the jet sled's up higher, like you were saying, because it looks like it could just take off. You know.
Yeah. Well, even the way he's standing more on it than sitting, because like with the original toy, he definitely looked like, you know, they were sitting.
Yeah, they're all crouching though.
Yeah. So I like this with the look of him standing more on it, and you know, it just makes sense and it looks really good. Now,
I'm with Brick something on this too. Not feeling the giant size of Stridor. Me neither.
Yeah, he's way too big.
Way too big.
Like
It's
the
more
Trojan
like,
horse.
what was that?
About the size of a Trojan horse.
Yeah, more like a tank or something. What was that you said, Shawn?
I like the overall look of it.
Yes.
But yeah, like when you put it in scale, yeah, it's like, how the heck would Fisto ride that thing or Jitsu? Because I always equate them to being the ones riding them, just from childhood. So.
Yeah,
that means Fisto's fist is gonna be mammoth. That's like 2000X. Eat your heart out. That thing's gonna be like the size of a meteor.
Talk about tearing ass.
They're tearing ass, exactly.
Definitely gonna tear ass. No amount of lube in the world is gonna help with that one.
Yeah, he'll stop those stupid fisting references and just go, I'm gonna tear some ass.
There you go.
The Vicks will not soothe that pain.
all music fan. What are these in reference to? That they're supposedly renditions of designs that were to be used or may be used in the forthcoming Masters of the Universe movie, but we all have our doubts. We've seen this stuff before, so there's a good chance this is not what we're gonna get. But if their battle ram looks like this, I'll be stoked.
Yeah, I like that design. That's really good.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's cool.
And that would be the version of it I would like to see in a Masterverse, where like maybe that front kind of moves, not just comes off, but moves.
There ain't going to be any vehicles for Masterverse.
It's a shame.
I don't think there are. Yeah, well, that's another thing too. I'm with you on that, Bobby. I don't think there's going to be any vehicles for Masterverse, nor I don't think there'll be play sets either.
No, I always said it from the beginning. It's a figure line. They ain't going to make anything else with it. It's not even selling so great either, so they're not going to bother with vehicles.
It'd be cool, but they're going to do it.
No, I'm not saying that it wouldn't be cool if they didn't make them, but I always thought they would never make vehicles for that line at all.
Yeah, I remember you guys early on did a episode of Collectors of Power where you spoke of that.
Yeah,
and I gotta agree, it's harder to do vehicles for now. It's funny because again, Origins is only 5-inch line, but you start going into the 6 and 7-inch line. Yes, we can get vehicles in that size, but it's a lot harder to sell.
Mm-hmm.
They are a lot more expensive. They take up a lot more real estate in your collection. Mm-hmm. So it tends to be a hard sell, but people will buy it because then we've also got things like we got things like Mondo Battle Cat coming down the line. Now you want to talk about something that's going to take some real estate. That thing's huge.
How big is it going to be? This big?
I mean, the measurements are actually online. I want to say it was probably like from nose to tail. I think they said it was like 15 inches long or something like that.
That's what I would think too, somewhere around there. Yeah,
somewhere around that. Because I mean, the He-Man himself is already 12 inches, so you figure maybe lay him down and add a little bit more for that tail and everything. You got probably the length of them at least. I mean, even collecting wise, Super 7 just had the Thunder Tank hit, and that thing, I mean, that's like, you might as well just dedicate a wing of your collection just for that. Because that's like one of the biggest vehicles I've ever seen released in any kind of a line, especially like Thundercats, where the fan base, while there, it's not Star Wars or something like that. So the fact that they managed to pull that off is impressive. And it also same price as Mondo Battle Cat, if I remember right, too.
It's
Yeah.
about the size of your classics Grayskull laid down on its back, right?
I
Or is
think
it
so.
bigger?
I mean, you can fit, if I remember right, you could fit all of the Thundercats in the Thunder Tank now for the first time.
Wow.
So all of those figures can actually be in it. And like when I was a kid, I was kind of like, so I could fit one person to drive it and one person in the back with the cannon, and that's it. It's like, oh, all right.
Look at that size comparison. Holy mackerel.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you're talking vintage to that.
Shawn, do you
So-
have that coming? Shawn, do you have that coming to you?
Yeah, I have one. I have one on the way, and I am very nervous at how that's going to work because I'm remodeling down here, and I'm just like, I got to remember I got that coming too, so I got to have an area dedicated for them.
That's amazing. Can't wait to see that.
I'll be
Yeah.
showing them off on the show once I get them. That'll definitely be a thing. 'Cause-
Nice.
So gorgeous looking though.
That's
And
beautiful.
then on top of that, next week is a Trapjaw.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
sadly.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, that trap jaw is beautiful, man.
Yep.
It's
Mhm.
like, you see that thing? I mean, well, I also have to say that the Beastman that's scheduled to come out looks pretty
Mhm.
amazing too. I mean,
Mhm.
I was not impressed by the Merman that came out a while back. Mondo did do a Merman, right? I'm not imagining
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mondo
yep.
did a
I was like,
Mhm.
But the Beastman looks gorgeous. That trap jaw looks amazing. I gotta say, like, it's almost evil that they are coming out with those two figures.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Sinister.
nervous. So
Yeah.
Well, and then not even just them with the deluxe Skeletor coming too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
giving us all of those. Like, wow.
Rough.
yeah.
It's messed up, man. What are they trying to do to us?
Yeah. I'm so in trouble.
It's abuse at this stage. It's abuse.
Right.
Pretty much.
Well, they're trying to get everything out while it's still hot. So
Yeah, that's true.
I don't blame them. You know, right now they've really got to push that because who knows how long it's going to be before this goes away.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Pop Actor, we are 100% on board with you on that.
what did you say? I didn't read that.
Oh, movie based on the first 4 mini comics.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know Sean's
Any
on
day of
board.
the week. Oh, absolutely. I still feel like that's an undiscovered country of masters where it's like Adam can get or yeah. Why am I? I'm used to I'm programmed to Adam having the power sword. He-Man has the power sword. He doesn't need to say that I have the power. He just goes in there, rough and tumble hero, you know, doing what he can along the apocalyptic landscape of Eternia. It's like that's always been my baseline because of those early mini.
Yeah, that's the way to go. If I were to make a movie, that's exactly the territory I'd head into, because that's what
You're a
I
good
always
person.
wanted to see.
Mm-hmm.
Eldor says, Adam and myself talked a bit on the up-and-coming movie last night on Masters of the Motu News, and we included a video slideshow. Yeah, I'm going to definitely go watch that. I missed that. But yeah, folks, go check that out. That'll be cool.
I agree.
Yeah. So, Bobby, if Groucho, Harpo, and Chico were to be 3 of the evil warriors, who would be who?
Oh, let me see. Well, Groucho would be Skeletor,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I think Harpo would be Beastman,
Totally.
and Chico. Let me see. I could see him as Trapjaw, a little mouthy, but he uses his hands at the piano a lot. So
Oh, yeah.
I would say that maybe, yeah.
I think him more than anybody. Definitely not Triclops. For Chico.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. That makes sense. Not what about Merman?
Merman, that would be Zeppo.
There you go. That's awesome. The handsome, quiet one.
Mm-hmm. He was funny though, for the straight guy.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
I love the Marx Brothers. One
Yeah,
of my
me
favorites of all time. I even got Groucho tattooed on me.
Let's see it.
Wrong arm, backwards.
Yeah, look at that.
I've had that since I was 19. So
That's right. What was your first tattoo?
that Groucho,
That's amazing.
Nice.
That's
19 years old.
I have a Orco O right here.
Yeah.
That was my first tattoo.
Yeah, my friend was starting to do tattoos, so I was one of his guinea pigs.
Nice. Well, he did a good job.
Well, I got that retouched up a couple of years ago, and I got all the
Oh,
tribal touched up as well. Yeah. So, but yeah, you did
I'm gonna ask because it looks so fresh.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Shawn, Oz, if you were to get a master's tattoo, what would it be? But how about
for
this?
me, I'd definitely get Battle Cat. I would get Battle Cat.
Yeah, that's a good one. That
Where
makes
at
sense.
though?
Wait,
Probably
what?
across my back. I would
I
have
was
to get
gonna
like a
say-
full back piece.
Oh.
You know,
It's like a tramp stamp, like
yes, a tramp stamp right above my
A little-
ass cheeks.
a little cringer down there.
yeah, right, hiding in between the cracks.
The cringer's a little up front.
You said it, not me.
No. How about you, Shawn? Let's change the subject. How about you, Shawn?
I always
Crack
like
in the
the I always like the Battle Armor He-Man logo. So maybe something like that, or
So right across your chest, then.
you know what? I'm not a tattoo guy in any way, shape, or form, but I always used to make the joke, if I wanted to have a tattoo, I'll make it loud and proud. And I would, the one that I originally was thinking was like the Superman S across my chest when I
Oh,
was
wow.
younger. And it's like, no, the H for the He-Man would be kind of cool. But if I did one, I'd probably have it like here or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one that would be really cool, because I always thought it was always one of those interesting designs that never translated into anything further, is the crossed swords on the Grayskull flag.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Having maybe one, the crossed swords. See, now that could be cool. You could have the good guys on one side and the bad guys on the other if you really wanted to go crazy.
Yeah, that would
Color
be cool.
schemes, so,
Well, I mean,
but
Bud's right here with you on that, saying get all the faction logos and then get He-Man's H on your chest.
That's
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
and they're gonna get the Skeletor bat as a tramp stamp on my ass.
Well, I got to
I
get
just-
him back for all that shit he makes me say.
I just thought of something that would make Shawn the coolest dude in the world. If he got the battle damage He-Man emblem here on his chest, but it was the most damaged version. Yeah.
That's like, why did you choose that one? Chick scars.
He should get the back of the head of the toy of the New Adventure Skeletor. You know, like the all mechanical stuff.
Oh, just all
Yeah,
right
just
here.
tattooed on the back of your head. You know.
People look at me from behind and they think I'm like an H.R.
Oh.
Geiger fan or something. It's
Oh
like,
my
holy
God,
crap,
that'd be
what's up?
so funny. You're like, what's
Turn
wrong
around and do
with
the something like the other week.
that? Exactly.
Oh shit.
So Duchess is asking you, Bobby, do you think you'd get another tattoo, and what would it be of?
I got a one on my mind, but I'm not saying what it is.
Okay, respect.
Some know, or one knows, but yeah.
You would just get one nose tattooed here.
No, I'm saying
I was just
somebody-
gonna
one
say-
person. Yeah, one nose. Just
It's
the
easy.
nose. Says,
Oh,
smell
man.
this.
Smell the.
Oh,
Can you smell what
Where's that
Bobby is
fingers
cooking?
Yeah, right.
oh no, no. All right, that's good.
See, he's already telling us to stop it.
Stop. I'm blushing. I'm the one blushing now. Oh, here we go. My buddy.
You're in the wrong corner.
Yeah, right.
Gets Bobby's face on my butt.
We're gonna have to duke it out like two those French puppets. You know, fucking start fighting.
Oh my gosh. Punch and Judy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be the one with the stick though.
I think I'd get, I think I would get, if I were to get a comedian, like an old timey comedian, my favorite has always been W.C. Fields.
Okay.
I would have W.C. Fields tattooed there on my shoulder.
Really?
If I were to get one.
I get the one with like a big schnoz too. You know?
Yep. Like the
Like a cartoon version of it.
cartoon version of them, yeah.
Yeah. Character. Yeah.
Yep. Mike Fee Mike Fee is pointing up to this comment here that I showed briefly. Oh no, that's a different one. Word logo.
Dickman on my
No, I don't know, man. Why does he have to say fucking?
It
shit
says
like
pelvis. Pelvis.
This is the one.
I get Bobby's face on my butt.
You too, Bobby and Bud. You got a good thing going.
Yeah, I wouldn't say good.
I would.
I'm gonna get sponsorship from Bubbly. So listen, if you want sparkling water, blood orange, grapefruit with a caffeine kick, Bubbly.
Put it in your peanuts glass.
Bubbly Bobby.
Hey, your what glass?
Put it in your penis.
Wait a minute, Pop Actor. I'm getting a tattoo of Toy Frenzy. That's awesome.
That's cool.
The logo or
I
our
was
faces?
just about
No, you wouldn't have my face. Mine's half covered, so
Yeah.
you get my
just be a
3D eyes.
hand.
Yeah.
It'll be like the Kilroy thing back in World War II
Yeah, right.
and all that. Just like the hand, a nose, 2 eyes. You're good.
You know, Oz's Toy Frenzy logo that he made is freaking amazing. I would get that as a tattoo. We got to make those as stickers one of these days, folks.
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
I was thinking we should all have
Free for
our
Patreons.
individual logos as stickers, you know, especially for people who sign up for the Patreon, you know,
Yep.
send them a swag bag full of Toy Frenzy merch.
Your sister Carol is a patron of mine now, and I have this waiting for her. Sorry, Carol, but I got this coming to you along with another little goodie, but I've been waylaid the last 3 weeks, so apologies for the delay on that, but it's coming. Blushing Bobby stickers.
Yeah.
Pop Actor
Happy
mentions
faces.
not our faces.
No, we
I
won't.
wouldn't
see
do
Pop Actor. We'll post that image on our show.
I'll autograph it.
I'll do like I've had people say to me, "I saw you 5 minutes ago at such and such place," and every time my answer is, "I feel so sorry for that man." So I'll still feel so sorry for you if you have to have me on your body like that. Like, here's my head. Good luck trying to date from now on.
I'm not going to be on anybody's body.
I'd rather.
No body Bobby. That is a really hard one to say.
Nobody, Bobby.
Nobody Bobby.
Eternian Ellipse has a big tribal piece on his back. That's crazy. That's cool.
That's nice.
He also has an amazing collection of sunglasses. I don't know. I'm pretty impressed by that.
Yep.
Blushing Bobby stickers. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Put them on your
Bud.
refrigerator.
That's right, Bud. You got one.
Yep. I've actually got one on my laptop right now.
Hey.
I don't have one. How do I get one?
I did just ask for your address so I could send you a
Okay.
little something.
That's right. Yeah, I
did
still
you
got
have
that
one?
figure. What's that?
Shawn, did you get one yet? Or did I?
I don't. I have the piece that you did of Merman that you
Okay,
sent
yeah.
to me and Douche way back when, but I don't have one of the stickers. And if I get one, I will put it on my iPad because that's where all my stickers are going. My iPad case
Nice.
to keep my creativity going.
I got to get more made. I didn't think I'd actually get through this batch, but
You gotta message me about that, Skelly, because I need to know how much they are. Or
oh
how
yeah,
much
I'll
it is
do that. The person
Mhm.
the place that I found was a pretty good deal, so I'll send you that information. And we gotta get Bobby and Shawn some designs going.
Yeah.
I like this idea. Rip a Grizz sticker.
There you go.
Right? We gotta get this is what we need. We need to try to figure out how we can do merch and just, giveaways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We almost went a very long period of time without having this being mentioned, but Thanos
I'm trying to kill that. That joke is old. It's no fun no more.
done.
But it makes me giggle.
So you go watch the rerun.
Thanos Copter, next time I see you in person, I want to see you wearing that T-shirt, man.
Right? We gotta get selfies with it for proof.
Yeah, send them to Bobby.
That's right.
So what other vehicles would you all want to see come out? I know want is maybe not the right word. Would you like to see come out? If anything, I want to see more packaging art with some of these vehicles, because the packaging art is so awesome with the Origins stuff. Nothing dies here. We'll see. But are there any other vehicles you all like to see besides like Point Dread and other things that are potentially coming?
Yeah, there's a concept vehicle called the Ball Crusher. I like to see that. It's like the Bashosaurus, but for the evil side, like for Spikor.
Oh, whoa!
Yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, it's got a big spike ball on it, and it's purple. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, they had that. I was gonna say they had the one Mark Taylor concept vehicle that was put on a package ages ago. I think it might have been the Sky Sled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but that was always really cool. I'd like to see that one since they had it a little bit more fleshed out. But I gotta tell you, the one that I'm really hoping we get, I really want Spydor because he's like a critter and a friggin' vehicle. He's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I for good guys, Bashosaurus, because I always get a kick out of that vehicle, and I'm right there with Oz on Spydor, because that one, when I was a kid, I was amazed my parents even bought that for me. So my mom hated like sectars and stuff. She hated the bugs. So I'm like, you bought me a mechanical robot spider. That made no sense, but I ate it up like crazy. I like Skeletor rode that all the time because I was so happy I had that thing.
Yeah. I'd love to see a Filmation Attack Track too. For sure. That would be huge too, like the Undertale, right?
Yep.
It'd have to be. But I'd love to see a Dragon Walker. I love Dragon Walker. And one of my favorite vehicles, Roton. I was surprised that they released that. Totally surprised. I was not expecting that to be released so early on.
I didn't think it was a surprise, but that's
no.
No.
Well, I did.
Well, too bad. That's why you're sitting up in the top right corner. Or left corner, or whatever it is. I'm stuck at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Fuck that.
Now who's in the corner? We're all in corners.
Nobody puts Bobby in the corner.
All right, Shawn. This means you gotta put your arms up and catch him
now. I agree, though. On the hovercraft, the last comment, I agree that would be an amazing piece if they would do that. But that would imagine how huge that thing would be too.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Battle Bones was such a great toy too as a kid. I loved that.
It was fragile, but yeah.
And Mike Feast mentioning the helicopter from Skeletor that came out towards the end, the Fright Copter.
Fright Fighter. Yeah, the Fright
That's
Fighter.
it. Fright Fighter. Thank you. Yep. Or was it a Thanos Copter?
I definitely want to see a Thanos Copter.
Hey, I'd be cool if Marvel Legends decided to do a, maybe they do a Kickstarter for a Thanos Copter since the Engines of Vengeance didn't go.
Yeah. Cobweb, I'm back.
So,
oh, sorry. Go ahead, Oz.
oh no, I was just going to do the same thing. You're doing it. Go for it.
Now I'm going to stumble over it. Okay, I'm back. Now just sit on my ass at work for 2 more hours. Yeah, well, if you can do this while at work, that's awesome. Like,
Yeah, no
more power
shit.
to you.
Right?
Good job. That's a
Yeah.
good job. Hold on to that job.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Oh. What is
That was further up there. I think we
I
missed
think they were
that.
talking about the ball crusher thing or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right.
I would love, you know, like, could you imagine the commercial if they like mimicked Bashosaurus? Ball crusher, ball crusher.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Thanos Copter
Starship
wants to
Attorney,
see
yeah.
Starship Eternia.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's a playset too, so that's gonna be huge.
Brick something. I don't know about this. I don't know about the potential controversy over the Darkland packaging art. Yeah, everybody wants to know now.
And what is that about?
What's the controversy?
I think it's something that I had noticed back when it was announced. Like if you look up at her neck area, let me see if I can find it again.
Did anybody from this group get the Darkland?
No, I didn't.
No? Oz, how about you? I know Shawn probably didn't.
Well, actually, Eternian Ellipse actually went ahead and picked me up one.
Oh, cool. Good.
So that was, yeah, it was really cool. I wasn't expecting it too much. And then he was just like, no, you're getting one because I saw your face and saw how disappointed you weren't going for it. And I was like, oh, well. All right, here it is. I found the picture. We'll see if it'll, it's kind of low res though. Hold on. I'll see if I can get a better picture of it.
I think you were right, Oz, because Brick's saying look at her neck, and you said something about her neck, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the one image, not in the others. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if this image clears up real quick. I mean, y'all are familiar with the controversy behind the Little Mermaid and its packaging back in the day.
Yeah.
No, that's not clear enough. So this is basically a very similar deal.
Oh, this is what I've seen in the last few episodes where Oz gets choppy when he starts to put images online. Yeah. We got some folks that did get Dark Lynn in the chat and some folks that did not get her in the chat. I also did not get Dark Lynn. I think it's a pretty cool concept and design, but I just didn't feel like I was drawn to it that much. Again, not much of a nostalgic pull for me on that particular version of her. But again, I'm being hypocritical because I love the Sorceress Lynn.
That's a cooler design though.
It is.
You gotta admit it.
Yeah, the bat pulls at my nostalgia strings, period. Doesn't matter what period of time. But yeah, she's just a very cool design. I'm with you on that, Bobby. All right, we got Toy Habits here. Good to see y'all here. And now, how do I?
Good to have you here, Toy Habits.
That's right. And then on our U83, Oz, you figured out how to say this, right? In a previous episode, but great to have you here.
Yeah. So this is the
imagery.
Oh yeah, I see it now.
Oh, that's pretty.
Just by the way, guys, if you want Throaty McLin, pre-order now.
You mean to tell me nobody at Mattel caught that at all? Like, I mean,
you know they did. They were like, let it roll, and think that
you saw how that Little Mermaid poster made it through all the Disney executives. So I wouldn't be surprised if this just made it through too, because shoot.
And it's still on display in some areas. That Little Mermaid poster.
Oh yeah.
Like one of the local movie theaters has had that thing up. Now that, mind you, that thing was built well after the controversy came out about it. And they've had that thing up on their wall ever since. It's a great conversation piece. People are like, just see the.
Yeah, well, it's crazy.
I didn't see nothing. What was it?
It was a big phallus.
Oh, okay. See, I don't look for that
Palace.
stuff.
It was a big palace.
Palace.
Phallus. Yeah,
The palace of palace.
yeah. That's great. Like, the palace of the phallus. The phallus.
Yeah,
Of
the palace of palace.
Well, it matches with Trala. They got all those growing all over the place. Did you ever notice that?
I thought those were mushrooms.
No, they're tall. They're tall mushrooms. That's for sure.
Oh dear. We can never watch those cartoons
Big
ever again now.
mushroom.
Nope. I said that to Joe Amato because he's a big fan of Orko, and I said, "Well, this is why, because you've been brainwashed watching this shit." And I showed him a photo of them all, and he's like, "Oh man."
Joe Amato, I am with you on Orko, man. I will stand by you on that for sure. It has nothing to do with those weird mushrooms. This is how much I pay attention to box art. Yeah, I missed that too. I maybe I didn't pay attention because I wasn't gonna get her, but yeah.
I didn't see it the first time I saw that. Yeah.
Oops, sorry, sorry, Oz. What did you click on?
Oh no, it's okay.
You're always doing that.
We need one chat, person.
I'm glad that that's misspelled because we don't want to get into.
Yeah, right.
Hands
Yeah,
free.
she doesn't have that shape in Revelation. I'm fairly confident of that too. Yeah,
Oz is flexing over there.
yeah.
Oh, you know it. Yo, check out the shelf back here.
Kiss your thunder and lightning or whatever it is.
Well,
Gun show, baby.
so folks, if Dark Lynn is still available, now's the time to get it because that's going to be a collector's item because they're inevitably going to change that. They may even change the box art before it's shipped out.
Now, is that just a not like one of those other pre-orders where runs out within a few minutes? They only made so many. Do you think there's like more made, or is it just not that popular of a figure?
The latter.
The latter.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so. Oh, and Oz, our frogmongers still haven't shipped yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've heard that it's going to be around April. For people who have not received Frogmonger, like with that first wave that came out,
That's messed
I've
up.
heard that it's going to be around April.
Yeah, I heard that too. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand it at all.
Well, I mean, kind of like with Grizzlor and I don't want to say so much Grizzlor, but like they have like this initial produced quantity that they're trying to sell through. And then after that, it's kind of like, okay, well, now there's a little bit more demand. We're going to do kind of a second run. Not quite enough for maybe, say, made to order, but, it's just one of those things. Like, they've got them out, but.
I've had my frogmonger for weeks now.
I know. And if you're waiting, I know you're not an opener, but if you haven't even opened the box yet, you should just go ahead and do it. And we
already did. Yeah, I opened the box.
Good.
Up, yeah.
I was gonna say, don't wait, but we're all gonna look at them together when we get them. But
I don't have mine with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, by the time you get it, that's probably when we'll be getting ours.
Right.
Now, Shawn, did you order a frogmonger? Because I know that kind of fits into a unique category for Masters stuff.
Yeah, no, I haven't. Basically, Origins is not on the radar for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I didn't order it, but I know I'm surprised how popular that figure is. Every time I see stuff, it's like, man, I know so many people are looking forward to that figure, and it makes Origins really interesting to me in that way that they could do those kind of deep cuts. And the fans are eating the stuff up because, I mean, look at how much stuff we didn't get as kids, and they're willing to go there with this line. So I think it's cool they're doing it.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's awesome.
Pop Actor bringing up that Bobby will get his frog once he gets out of jail.
Yeah.
I'm in here for the long run, so we'll see.
So
And-
Lynn reminds me of a Sin Cara shirt.
Is that
Yeah.
is that referring to Cara Dune from Mandalorian or?
I thought the
Sin
wrestler.
Cara is a wrestler.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wrestler from what? I haven't watched wrestling since the mid '80s. So, is it a newer wrestler?
No, Sin Cara was in WWE as kind of like an answer to Rey Mysterio.
Oh, okay.
You know, doing the masked luchador bit. Unfortunately, just not nearly as good.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I wonder why they haven't come out with a George the Animal Steel action figure yet.
I love George the Animal
Me
Steel.
too, Bobby.
God,
Me too. He was
They
my-
had one in older lines, but they haven't come
Yeah.
out and done one recently, of course.
I used to have the LJN figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just sold it a couple years ago. I had it in package too. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I was all about George the Animal Steel, man.
How about this? Nolan saying the frogmonger he ordered second arrived first.
That's weird.
That is
That's the
super weird.
Mattel way.
Yeah, George Steele would be amazing. Even though he had no, like, he was just kind of blobby, you know, he was not muscle bound. He would
Right.
still be like it would be a cool version of him in the sort of origin style with a green tongue sticking out.
Yep. Yeah, he was a villain. He was pretty nasty early on, but then they made him to like a lovable character.
yeah, he was.
And I love that whole Beast, Beauty and the Beast storyline with Elizabeth, and Macho Man was getting all pissed off because George Steele would take her away. That was great stuff, man.
You know who else started out as a villain was Grimace.
Yeah.
He was a baddie at first too. But yeah, I would love to.
At first, you threw me away. I was like, Grimace. What wrestler is Grimace? But I was McDonald's.
He wrestled Ronald McDonald. You never saw those matches? Him and Ronald McDonald wrestled.
Yeah, right. I always liked the original. What's it called? Hamburglar, because he was kind of creepy looking.
Super creepy looking.
They were all creepy looking.
Yeah, well, they made him more cute later on. You know,
That's true.
They toned that down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
the
then he
same-
became an adult man, which is
It's weird.
really
Yeah,
weird.
A man baby face.
Oh, horrible.
Really creepy.
Bad decisions all around.
Yes.
So yeah, we all want to see George the Animal Steel. There's a lot of people chiming in the chat saying that.
Yeah.
And King Kong Bundy too. Oz, did you show that one from Nolan?
I sure did.
Yeah, King Kong Bundy was great. I had that at LJN figure on card too a few years ago, and I got rid of it.
Yeah.
That was hard. That was a hard one to get rid of, but I got rid of it.
Dang. Did you all see George the Animal Steel was in that Ed Wood movie as
Yes.
Fish Johnson?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So cool. So cool.
Love that movie.
So
Yeah.
on RU83 says, I think Target did a Legends Wave George Steele figure.
Mm. I'll have to look into
Just
that.
have to check
Yeah.
that.
Well, they're out there somewhere. Yeah. Just gotta eBay it.
Yeah.
So Mike apparently is going to get his Duplico soon. They're processing his figure as we speak, it says.
Wow.
Cool.
So that's always good to hear. We get Duplico out, who was just announced like 2 days ago. Still waiting on Frogmonger. Announced last year. What's going on with this production? That's got nothing to do with distribution, Mattel. Come on.
During the last 3 weeks, I hardly checked like email. Just spending time like watching YouTube just to keep my mind in like a positive place. And I thought for sure, like when I felt like getting back into like normal activities, that if I open up my email, I'd see a shipping notification about the Frogmonger. But nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's weird that you guys have not got it yet.
It just is what it is. I mean, you know,
I mean, I've had
what are we
I
gonna
think
do?
mine's been a month already. I've had it.
Yeah, as long as I don't get a cancel notice, I'm okay.
All right, that'd be
Yeah.
horrible. Well, I'll give you mine if you get that.
No.
Bobby's generosity, man. Always there. Duchess of Darkness, love Jake the Snake. Yeah, that was my little
Jake's-
brother's name.
Yeah, I love
That's
Jake the
the
Snake
name.
too.
Tor Johnson. I couldn't remember it. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah, Tor Johnson.
He
Hey.
was the original in the
Yes.
Ed Wood
Yeah.
movies. Yeah.
He's the one they made the Halloween mask off of.
That's right. I was
Yeah.
just going to say, if
Yeah.
Mortarheads is still watching, he probably has one of those original Tor Johnson masks.
Yeah.
For a while, you can still get them. Have you guys seen Plan 9 from Outer Space?
Yeah, I've seen it 100
Yes.
times.
Oh yeah.
The best.
Yeah, it is.
The best. And
Anybody
that,
who's into masks.
what was that?
Go ahead, Skelly.
Oh, I was
No,
just
go
gonna.
ahead.
I was gonna go off on Bela Lugosi, but go ahead. What were you gonna say? Then I'll get to Bela Lugosi in a little bit.
Okay. I was just
pronounced
gonna say,
Bela.
anybody who's into masks needs to go check out, Mortarheads. God, I
Yeah.
love his stuff.
It's such great stuff.
The Walrus Man is cool. The Hammerhead one is good too.
They're all good. I mean, a life-size action figure head that you can wear is like, it's an amazing concept.
Mhm.
But yeah, I saw on El Tenda's channel, he reviewed the NECA Bela Lugosi Dracula
Yeah.
action figure that came out from
Yeah.
NECA, and that's pretty amazing. It looks like him. There hasn't been a figure of Bela Lugosi that looks as real as that one that I know of. Maybe
I have they came out with a whole line of Universal monsters. I forgot it. I don't know if it was Mezco. I can't remember who did it, but they're kind of like, they had these stands that you put them on too, and they all looked exactly like them.
Oh, cool.
But then the families don't want them producing the figure, so that's why you always had like the cheap looking,
Yeah.
So they didn't get their likenesses, but now they got their likenesses out there.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad, because that thing's beautiful. It'll be hard
Yeah.
to resist that one.
I have to have that one because when I was like I grew up down in Baltimore, the one library they had the black and white and orange storybooks of the different Universal monsters down there. And every time we went to
Yeah.
the library, I'd take one of them home. And
Yeah.
every time I went back, I'd get the next one, whatever was still there, I'd get it. And that's how I learned about them. And with NECA doing these figures, Jesse, just Sheldon, he actually gave me the Frankenstein, Wolfman, and the Mummy. So the one that I absolutely have to get now is Dracula, because Dracula was always my favorite out of all the monsters, just
Yeah.
because the other ones I was always like, well, Wolfman would freak me out because I wouldn't know if he'd want to bite me. But Dracula, flat out, if he's in your house, you're dead. Like he's coming for you if he's in your house to get you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
only if you invite them in. Only if you invite 'em in.
Exactly, but I didn't know that as a kid. I learned that later on. But there's something about how Lugosi played the role where, as a kid, it really
It's
really
awesome.
got to me.
Mhm.
He played it with
And
a like a nonchalance.
Right.
Like
Mhm.
there's very little effort he is making physically to be a threat, but it's all
Absolutely.
there. It is such
Yeah.
a cool accomplishment. And
It's built all in the presence.
it's all
Yeah.
in his presence, all in his
Mhm.
eyes. And that's a really hard thing to accomplish. But yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah,
But
my favorite line that he says is, "Now that you've learned what you have learned." That's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
great line. I love
Yeah.
it.
I
I
I
agree.
absolutely like as an adult, I bought the old, they had those box sets of them where they were the black and white covers and all that years ago, like
Yeah.
when DVDs were first hitting. And one of my favorite moments of that movie still is there's that standoff with him and Van Helsing. And he almost gets Van Helsing under his thrall,
Yeah.
and Van Helsing actually takes like a step forward, but then he
Yep.
steps 2 steps backwards. And there's that like battle of wills with them, and like watching that, I kept going, there is a story to this entire scene that we never will get with those two actors acting them
Yeah.
out, because
Ugh.
I loved him so much more as Van Helsing than as Frankenstein's mentor in Frankenstein.
Right.
I always liked him so much better as Van Helsing,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and I got a kick out of Ed Wood with the whole, when he's doing the "Come to me, vampire rod." All that. How are you doing that? You must be double jointed.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And I got such a kick out of "She's a honey." All that stuff. But,
Yeah,
yeah.
I went through a whole Ed Wood kick right around the time that movie came out, and it was. I mean, those Ed Wood movies are fantastic. Some of them toward the end of his life were really sketchy. But his early films, there's a lot of passion in those movies, and it's so cool to watch. And for Plan 9 from Outer Space to be called the worst film of all time is absolutely a mislabel, because it's bad, but there's so much heart that you can't deny how good it is.
I've seen other movies that were worse.
Yeah, I've seen way worse movies.
I mean, so many things. But yeah, I mean, Plan 9's epic, and the story of Lugosi's story is devastatingly.
Yeah, it is.
But the fact that somebody went and found him and gave him a job and put him to work when he was really struggling, that just pulls at my heartstrings every time I hear that story. And he did the same thing for Tor Johnson too.
Yep.
And I think he even started out as a wrestler like George.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
And you know, he was at the end of his career, and Vampira too. Like, I mean, there's a lot. That's really a really cool. And Ed Wood brought a really cool energy to that whole arena.
What's cool is Vampire is buried right across the road of where Dee Dee Ramone is buried in Hollywood. Yeah,
that's right.
So if you want to go see them, you can see all of them together. It's cool.
That's cool. That's awesome. So who would
I want to go through the chat here and give shout outs.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Uh-oh. What happened? What was that? Let's go ahead.
Yeah, I was trying to give a shout out to several new folks who jumped in the chat a little late here. We've got Blake Wright.
Oh,
from Toy Collector Magazine here.
Did you see his post? Did you
Which
see
one?
his
I try to
post
watch all of his posts.
a few days ago where he showed images of Barnes and Noble?
Oh, yeah. Let me see if I can
Hinting at something that could be coming to stores near you.
Oh, wow. Good.
Yeah, that's big. Blake Wright, if that's true, congratulations, my friend. That is huge, and we're all really excited for that. And I hope I'm not inferring too much.
You just
going to sit there and say.
Well, he put the pictures up.
I know. I was just kidding.
He has been working so hard to get Toy Collector Magazine up off the ground in our hands as toy collectors. Everybody should be giving this man a shout out.
Yes.
First printed toy magazine in like 10 years. It's fantastic. As a matter of fact, I just quoted him a little bit earlier today because, that was one of the things he said during that interview that just has stuck with me. If there's something that you want and it doesn't exist, make it.
Yeah.
Huge. Right. Giraffe has joined us as well. And we've got a Punk with Toys that's here as well, saying that's why you date Buffy. Never worry about a vampire then.
You know what? That's the greatest advice ever, because I don't think I'd really turn her down. Just saying.
Which one, the TV version or the movie version?
TV one, only because the movie, I don't know. She ended up with Luke Perry. I think she did all right for herself, I suppose. I'm no Luke Perry, so I'm more like Xander, but bald. But yeah, I'd go into that costume shop and turn into He-Man, and I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm good."
You just show that tattoo off.
Yeah, I'd have the
I'm talking to one with the Skeletor on the back of your head.
Oh, well, yes. Or just draw a face,
There you go.
A pop actor, actually, you're making a good point. There's still time for that, because Johnny Depp is looking more and more like an older Ed Wood. Seriously.
Yeah.
So that could happen. I wouldn't put it past Tim Burton or Johnny Depp to do something like that.
The only thing about that, just real quick, in my opinion, it's like I liked how the movie ended. I liked that for all of the crap that they've given Ed Wood since then.
Yeah,
it ended on such a great note where he's so optimistic and he feels this is he got to make a movie the way he planned. Well, he didn't make the movie he wanted, but he got to make the movie.
Yeah.
And in that way, it's like it ends on such a like triumphant note. Even if you know the rest of the story, it's such
Yeah.
a great way to end it. It's like they're riding off into the sunset for him.
Oh, that's very true. Good point. Because if they were to
Yeah.
if they were to revisit it in Ed Wood in his later years, that'd be super depressing. Be a
Absolutely.
really
Yeah.
sad
Yeah.
movie. Kendra the Vampire Slayer. Is this from the TV show? Because I never watched the
Yeah.
show. I was always
Later.
a diehard movie
She
fan of that.
she was she was African American. I can't remember. She even had like a accent. So I can't remember where she was from, but yeah, she showed up because of there was something where Buffy died at one point,
Hmm.
but then she came back.
And Emerald Knight is saying the original would always be his Buffy. Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of fans for Christy Swanson in here, which, I mean, it's hard not to be a fan.
I'm a fan of that movie because of Paul Rubens, man. He's hilarious.
Right? That
He's
his
great.
end dying scene was
Oh,
totally
mhm.
worth an
So
Oscar.
good. So good, man.
Rutger Hauer.
Yeah.
Oh man. The movie had so much talent in it, and I don't think, sadly it gets eclipsed by the TV show because of how long the TV show went
Yeah.
on.
Mhm.
But I'm sorry, there was just so much star power in that movie. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
Even
Mhm.
early David Arquette before he was even,
Yeah.
real big, because he was what was it, Spike or whatever? Oh shoot, what's his name? Oh god, I can't think of his name. Luke Perry's character's roommate or whatever like that. You're freaking
Yeah.
flying, Benny. Go home.
Yeah. That's
Well,
right.
Affleck's even in that movie.
Yeah.
He's in the basketball game
That's
in the
right.
one scene. He's one of the players for the high school, and
That's
they
right.
show that it's like one of his first ever
Yeah.
roles or something. That he doesn't say anything, but he's there. You can see him in the basketball game.
All right, I have a question for you guys. I know I always throw these questions out, but it's becoming my thing now. If Paul Rubens was a Masters of the Universe character, which one would he be?
Boy.
Merman.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I was gonna say, did I get freeze up or everybody just get real quiet?
I'm thinking.
We're all thinking. I've got a pretty good one, but I'm gonna hold off.
Pouring at your headset there, Bobby.
What's that?
I said I saw the smoke pouring out your headset there, Bobby.
Oh. Go ahead, Shawn. If you were saying something.
My mind for some reason went right to Mantan for some reason.
Oh, that's a good one. The voice.
Probably. Well, I'm imagining the trucker in the Pee-wee's Big Adventure or whatever, when they go weird or whatnot, and for some reason Montana came into my head with that too. I don't know, but
Okay.
he's a hard one to cast. Jeez.
I think he'd be the clown in that one episode
Oh,
of Filmation.
Oh, Crackers.
Yeah, Crackers the clown.
Clowns.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Orko, maybe for Orko's voice, I could see that.
That'd be hysterical. Orko goes up this guy. Guess the secret word.
Oh no. My buddy's Paul Rubens as Stratos. That's a pretty good one.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. Black
Phoenix said Pee Wee Herman as web store. That's exactly who I was thinking too.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, you and I are on the same page there. I was thinking about that too. Oh, but Night One, welcome Night One, Stinkor or Mantana. So Shawn, you said Mantana. Stinkor's a good.
There we go.
Stinkor, yeah. The voice would completely work on that one.
Pop Actor says Jitsu for Ruben with the hand and all.
The golden hand.
Just not in the movie.
Dear God. Yeah, that's awesome. I don't know about Paul Rubens as Stratos. I think Joe Amato would get a kick out of that though.
Yeah.
I think Joe Amato would be a great fan choice for Stratos.
Oh man.
That's why I always said he looks like Stratos under his mask. That's why he
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
That's why he's trying to hide what he looks like. So
He's
he
trying to
destroys
infiltrate
Stratos
the
on
horde.
purpose. Yeah.
Sneaking into the horde through
I
moduli.
sent you that photo. I photoshopped of the unmasking of the Phantom of the Opera, but it had Joe Amato's mask on there instead. And then underneath the mask was Stratos instead.
Underneath the mask is another mask, and underneath that mask is another mask, and underneath that mask is Joe Mato's face.
Yeah, and his face looks like Stratos.
Yep. Oh dear. Oh man. Bud.
Jesus. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later.
See you guys next week.
Good episode, everybody.
2 hours in.
Gotta wrap it.
So I know we kind of skipped over this part because we normally do that at the beginning, but let's do it today. But I don't know if there's a lot of news, but did you guys pick up anything this week? I definitely didn't.
I have
But
not either.
anybody else?
Nope.
I
Oh,
showed
Ozzy,
off everything. No, I showed off just about everything I got. Well, my I can't find it right now, but my unknown one that came in. I showed that off over the weekend while I was doing the stream for TKO on Sunday. That was really cool. As a matter of fact, my New Adventures He-Man showed up that was so kindly sent to me from the folks over at Toy Habits.
Oh, cool.
Unfortunately, I've not been able to go pick up that mail yet, so it's not here with me today. I was hoping to get it before the show today, but
Cheers to
That's
Toy
okay.
Habits for sending you the New Adventures He-Man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
yeah,
These are
it
great.
was
That's awesome.
really, really awesome of them to hook me up like that. Because again, he's went out hunting and he's just not hitting shelves here. But I mean, the new attorney Stratos finally showed up around here, though. I think I already showed that off too. But I mean, I don't get tired of showing this guy off because he's amazing.
He looks pretty good. That's a pretty
He
great
really does.
figure.
You know, he's a solid like 3-in-1 look, really. You know, like
Yeah.
he really. There's multiple versions of the figure. You got the new Eternia version, you got kind of a mini comic version, and then as well as you have the original action figure, all in one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've seen him on the shelves, but I haven't seen anything else, and I haven't been in the stores in 2.5 weeks, so I'm excited to get out there and see what's on the shelves here in the Central California area. Oh, who's the new model? Oh, that's Oz. Yeah. Thanks, Captain Biscuit 71. Good to see you here, and thanks for that. We're all here today.
That's
How
right,
about-
man.
Sean, did you get anything?
Since he brought it up, that is the unknown one from
Yeah,
Mythic
like-
Legions, and I managed to get one myself.
God, he's so
Pretty cool.
gorgeous.
He was an exclusive at Legion's Con, and then they also offered him just recently. I think the window ended on
28th.
Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday was the last day of February. So this guy came in really cool. And then I don't remember, did I show this one off on recent episodes? So I got a care package and I got this from Corn Boy. So that one is a near and dear and special one now. This is Archimedes. And he sent this one to me because he intended this to be a part of the winnings at Legion's Con when I did a trivia contest, and somehow I won. So
Yeah.
but those were pretty much the last couple things I managed to get. Oh, there was one other one. I got this is the final thing. Then I did get the Mezco Conan.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh,
Conan the
wow.
Conqueror.
That's pretty. That is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Yeah,
that's
this is
very cool.
he looks like a Frazetta / Neil Adams
Yeah.
version, which either way I'm happy because I like them both. And
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten into like all his accessories even. He's got like so many accessories, it's ridiculous.
Mezco figures are so cool, man.
They
I
are.
have not ventured into that territory, but that guy is gorgeous.
Yeah, I forget. He's definitely pricier on the secondary market now, but if you get a chance, either version, there's a Conan the Barbarian and a Conan the Conqueror, which is that one, and either or are pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's cool. Bobby, you and me, we didn't get anything this week.
No, nothing.
Too much going on, right?
Yeah, yep, exactly.
Hey man, sometimes responsibilities get in there that outweigh our collections.
Yeah.
And kudos to you guys.
And foot injuries.
Yeah, no shit.
So let's go back to Brick something. He said he got motion picture He-Man $12 clearance. I mean, I've been seeing those pictures on Instagram, but I'm curious. Like, that's one of the things. I think I would actually pick him up if he was $12, because he
Not in
does
my
come with
area.
another head, right? He does come with a different head that you can
Yeah,
use.
he's got a different wash on the 40th anniversary head.
Yeah,
that you can pop on him.
I think I would. I think I love the costume design, so I think I would actually venture into that territory and just use the different head. And Pop Actor, right before this one, you have Shawn. Pop Actor said, "Is there a basement at the Alamo?" And that's a reference to Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And
Yep.
that's one of the. I watched about 15 movies when I was laid up in bed over the last 2 weeks, and Pee-wee's Big Adventure was one of the first ones. It was great.
Yeah.
I'd almost forgotten about the basement at the Alamo being a plot point.
Yeah.
So,
That's good. Good one.
Paul Rubens, if you're watching, man, we're fans.
Yes.
That's right. We all are. So some shout outs to the sweet Conan figure.
Yeah. That's
'Cause
an
again-
amazing figure.
Mezco. They just do gorgeous work.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
Still want to get one of those Mezco Popeyes. I don't even care which one. Just one Mezco
Yeah.
Popeye, man. I would love to find one at a reasonable price, but it's just not happening.
The ones that got me is they're doing the 4-pack of the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Those are even having like cloth goods and all this other stuff. And I'm a sucker for the turtles typically. Like, I don't buy everything, but if they do them in a certain way, I'm usually like, I can't buy that at Target, like, and then it feels more special in that way.
Yeah.
So I'm debating if I'm going to pull the trigger on that one, because that's a decent chunk of money. But
I
it's
saw
for
that
horror
the
figures.
I love the old school design of the Teenage
Mhm.
Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. So the Playmates versions really get me interested.
Sure.
I'm not gonna get all of them, but I really want to find a Krang, and I'm having a hard time finding that.
I'm working on it.
Oh, you're working on it too? Thanks. Yeah, I keep looking out for it too. They seem to not be showing up anywhere.
I'm still trying to look for a lot of trying to look for the turtles that are out right now, the ones with the storage in the shells.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Trying to look for those for a buddy of mine. Can't
Cool.
really find anything.
Yeah. I think, there's so many Turtles fans out there.
Mhm.
I just think that those things just go real fast.
Yeah.
If they do a Playmates slash, that would be tempting for me too. But
Like
I'm not a
Flash,
huge
yeah.
Turtles fan. I only like a few characters. So, Roman's heads look amazing. I'm really into Hordak MXs. That's the way I'm going now. Do any of you guys know about these Hordak
No.
MX He-Man?
Hordak MX is a customizer. You can find him on IG. He does a lot of really great, amazing work. And Ace over at Ramen Toy has been working for quite a while on doing some custom heads for the movie
Cool.
He-Man. Definitely go check him out. He's finally had our Art Emerald Knight actually went ahead and sent him over the 40th anniversary He-Man that he used to make sure that the head sculpts fit appropriately on the system.
Oh, cool.
For the heads. So that's pretty cool.
That's great. That's awesome.
But yeah, they look really incredible too. But when we're talking about custom heads for that 40th anniversary or for the movie He-Man, we can't leave out Masterversal Toy Hunter here because he did his own custom that
and
looked
it's great.
yeah, friggin' fantastic. So
Yeah.
big shout out to you as well, Eldor, for your custom head that you have made also on that.
Phenomenal. Very cool.
So Buddy's mentioned it since we were talking about turtles that he wants to find the original 4 turtles from the previous wave. Absolutely.
So Bobby, since you are tapering your collecting as I've been doing for mine,
Yep.
is there anything on your? I've already stated it like 20 times tonight that I'm like stoked for the Snake Mountain. I'm definitely gonna get that, but not a lot of other stuff is really grabbing me right now. How about you? What's on your list of things, of something that you would just jump at if you saw it?
Okay, the only thing I have on my list to get for this year is the Jada Toys Booberry from the Cereal Monsters.
Oh yeah. Why'd you remind me of that?
Hey, you know me.
I'd forgotten about that completely.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm looking
great.
forward to that.
Yeah,
one.
that's gonna be
Never gonna let you forget.
impossible to resist. That's
Yeah.
gonna that's and plus they're affordable. I mean, you got to give Jada Toys
Comparatively.
props because their stuff is beautiful and affordable.
Yeah, we already got the Frankenberry and Conchoculus, so I need Booberry next.
Like Blueberry.
And hopefully they'll make Fruit Brute and Yummy Mummy as well later on.
Blueberry and Frankenberry are my 2 favorites from that whole group. So I'd be happy with just those 2. But yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Yeah,
Jerk.
no problem. I'm a jerk.
You're the best kind of jerk. The kind of jerk that says things you don't want to hear, but that you need to hear.
You know you need to hear it too.
Yeah.
That's why it hurts.
I'll tell you as it is.
Yeah.
I'm honest.
That's right. That's why we love you. And the Legends of Dragonor figures that I just keep seeing all those images, man. It's such a cool line.
Yeah. They got dragons now. Ooh. Yeah.
Someday in another life.
Well, we're gonna have to have a big sit down talk about a lot of these newer indie toy companies that are killing it on the market right now with what they got going on. You know, I know we love Masters Universe here. We're full supporters of Mattel, even if we don't always agree with them. But you know, really overall though, like the indie companies out there right now are just killing it. Absolutely killing it.
They're doing really cool stuff. Yeah, it's impressive. We talked about it briefly before Shawn officially joined our group. The 3 of us were chatting briefly about this, that, you know, we like to have guests on every once in a while, and it might be cool to have an independent toy maker, you know, pop in every once in a while and talk about their products. And I'm real interested to talk to Matt Rodriguez about his Defenders of Eden figures that are potentially going to be coming with his Kickstarter, and that's cool stuff too. Like, I mean, there's so many amazing, talented people out there making stuff for toy fanatics like us, just entering territory that I couldn't have even imagined, you know, starting out toy collecting. Yeah, the indie toys are crushing. Yeah, Mattel and Hasbro do have to step it up. I think Mattel kind of knows that based on how much stuff how much product they're putting out right now. Feels like they're just going like, okay, we can compete with this. We can compete with this. We can give them all the master stuff, right? I don't know if it's a real competition for them. Probably not, but it's kind of how I imagine it.
You know, and Mike Fee brings up an interesting point here. He's talking about how Formo feeling the wrath of Mattel. You know, I don't actually think they did. I think that was all very, very intentional.
Yeah, of course it was.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Shawn, are you getting on board with the Legends of Dragonor?
I want to, because I like a lot of what's going on with that, but I haven't done the pre-orders or anything. I talked to Josh Van Pelt, who's one of the owners of Formo, back at Legions Con, like not last year, the year before that, and he had just like the what's his name, Barbaros, the barbarian character. He had like a mock up there, and I got to check it out firsthand. And he was saying that what they might do is they're shipping the full wave themselves, but then if you go through BBTS or some of these places, you can kind of do an a la carte deal of if you don't want the whole line, you can pick and choose.
Yeah.
So I might go that route, but I like the idea that you have the armor that's a Build-A-Figure.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that it feels so Masters to me.
Right.
Just the idea of each of them comes with a piece of the armor that allows them to have a certain power by using that piece. And it makes me think of like the apocalyptic Eternia that you and I were just, the whole mini comics thing. So that when he told me that, I just started grinning from ear to ear going, you guys get why this mattered to me as a kid. And I love hearing that you guys are putting this into a new line right now, because it makes me feel like a kid again hearing this.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's very. When I saw that too, I was like, yeah, they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Duchess, you and me, man.
Yep.
Blueberry.
Yeah. Yep. My favorite too.
Nice.
I don't know if you can see Blueberry. Where is it? That's right there.
There you go. Yeah.
So I told you I got them hidden. They're hidden there.
That's cool.
Oh my God.
Nice.
And Frankenberry. Oh, where if I know if you can see him.
Oh yeah, I see him.
It's hard. Yeah, there he is right there.
I see him. Yeah.
Hide behind the grave.
Beautiful. Good stuff, man.
You can take me off full screen now, please.
Yeah, let's leave him on here for as long as we can. All right. Well, let's see. I need to set aside some funds. We all need to set aside funds for something, right? Man, tough.
Yeah.
So, guys, I am pooped. My energy is waning because I haven't left the house in a very long time, and I was walking around on my leg for the first time today, and my leg's already sore from trying to use it. I'm not trying to pull at anybody's heartstrings or anything or complain, but I'm pooped. But this has been so much fun. I'm so glad that I'm so glad, Shawn, that you're a part of this now. Even if it is part-time and you pop in every once in a while, I'm so glad that you are. And Bobby and Oz, I'm glad that we could all do this together today. It's been like, I can't say how much I've enjoyed this, getting back into the swing of things with you guys. It's been awesome. Thank you, Brick Something. It's good to be, I'll be up and about starting next week. So I'm excited to enter the world and walk into a Target again and see what's on the shelves. I did see somebody posted that there's a Spider Gremlin re-released from NECA, and that's very tempting for me. Right at this time where I'm like, I probably shouldn't get it, but that thing is like, I missed it the first time around, and now I'm really hungry.
It's a really hard one to say no to.
I know, man. It's the best. It's like one of the best ever. But yeah, thanks guys so much. And thank you everybody in the chat, and all of you in the chat have all reached out to me in some capacity. Most of you have, I mean, I think all of you have that are in the chat and said, hope you get better soon. And I really appreciate that. And you're all awesome. Any final thoughts?
Back. Well, I'm happy you're back. I missed you.
Oh, thanks, Bobby. I'm crying now.
Oh, don't cry. It's not worth it.
I gotta agree, Skelly. We had a great time, but it's just not the same without you here with us.
Oh, thanks, Skelly.
It's a little more frenzy and a little less toy, so I'm certainly happy you're back.
Scary cereals. I go for the hardcore ones, grape nuts and shredded wheat. Those are truly scary cereals. But good.
Rip you up. Yeah.
For you.
Hey, gotta get that fiber.
They'll tear ass.
They'll definitely tear your ass.
Right. Rip and Grizz with grape nuts.
Yeah, right.
And those of you who haven't, started listening to Legends of Grayskull podcast, you better get on that because it is amazing. Shawn, I don't know if I've told you this before, but you and the Dooch have been with me since I started getting back into Masters collecting in a serious way. So
Really?
I appreciate that you've been on the same timeline as me this whole time.
That's wild. That's crazy. No, we actually just today sat down and did what we consider a quickie episode. So it's episode 99.5. We aren't going to 100 yet, but we just wanted to sit down and talk a little shop because just Mondo release and then the news of the CGI show canceled, and it just we wanted to go over that. So it will be out there probably tonight or tomorrow.
Cool.
Awesome.
I'll be listening. Now that CGI show, I love that, it really stirred up a lot of controversy with it being canceled, but now we're seeing that the 4th season is probably going to come out. So that's pretty exciting for those of us that like the CGI show. And I think that's what we've all been looking forward to the most is that 4th season to see what happens if they go to Earth or not.
It's going to be interesting. The art book gives you some insight into what they want to do. That made me go, I'm on board. Let's do this. And then when they did the whole, it's canceled, it's like, you got to be kidding. It's not renewed yet. It doesn't mean it's canceled.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
That was one of the great things that I think came out about that was the writer who had been quoted for saying it wasn't renewed and all these sites were all big. We talked about it last week. We very specifically said not renewed does not mean the same thing as canceled. And everybody's all up in arms. Oh, it's so canceled. It's completely canceled. And then sure enough, she followed up with it and she said, I never said it was canceled. I said it was not renewed. They do not mean the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? On subject, but kind of off subject. But the new episode of Cambridge and with Shawn that I do with my friend Mark, who does the Wake Up Heavy podcast, we talk about our childhood obsessions. Well, in the new episode that's coming out next week, same day that the Mondo Trap Jaw goes on sale, March 7th. I spend about half that episode talking about my journey with Masters of the Universe. So he talks about his obsession with Saturday Night Live, and I talk about my obsession with Masters of the Universe. And a lot of you folks that watch this channel, you already know some of that stuff, but I go into some other stuff that's pretty interesting. And if you're not already patrons of the Skele.vad.or channel, one way to get early access to that, and I'm selling it, is to become a patron for the Skele.vad.or channel. And you guys, folks that aren't patrons yet for Bobby and Oz, do consider it. Their Patreon links are down below. We're going to start trying to talk Shawn into starting a Patreon account for himself, so we can put his link down below too. Why not, right? Hey,
I'll give everybody my PayPal account if they can.
we always say we know money. We know that money is tight for everybody. You don't have to contribute to these things, but if you do feel an inkling to send $3 our way a month, then the Patreon accounts are down below. That money all goes to the show in some capacity. So do consider that, and do the YouTube things, folks. Click like and subscribe and all that stuff. Thank you, Duchess. I really appreciate that. I am feeling a lot better, especially the last 2 days. I was like, I better get better by Thursday. And on Tuesday, I was like, I don't know. I might have to. I almost was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, because I started to feel a little bit weird. And then, but yeah, I'm feeling good. So thank you. So Bobby, Oz, what do you have to say?
Nothing really. Thanks for everybody to show up that every week, So
Yeah,
I really appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
we're excited to see what that white wall becomes behind you.
Yeah, you'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week's going to be really friggin' awesome because, you know, Bobby's going to have the whole collection up behind him again.
Yeah.
And it's going to look fantastic.
Yeah. Even if it's just that one beautiful poster that I'm super jealous that he has, that's hanging up there, that original card back art.
Yeah, I got it folded up. It's in the closet, so I'll bring it out. I just needed to get hangers for it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I'm excited to see it.
Oz, you doing your 10-hour stream this Saturday?
I'm thinking about upping it to 12 because, you know, I just got to up my ante every week.
That's awesome.
So, no, as you guys know, I'll be doing, of course, my big stream on Saturday. As a matter of fact, this week we might be getting two separate ones. Because Little Man's supposed to be here, so we might get another new episode of Ostradamus Toys Live and Connor Mon. We're going to be hanging out, talking about our toys and what we like playing with them. Then, as a matter of fact, we're going to be doing Toy Habits relaunches this Saturday, which is going to be really cool. So that's going to be neat to check out like midday.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's going to roll into me going live later that evening and having a lot of fun doing that. But I'm only slated for doing at least my 2 shows this week, which is pretty awesome. Bit of a break. I've been going a bit hard lately with appearing on so many different people's channels. But really, I just want to give a huge shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. You guys were on fire.
Yeah.
Like pretty much from the moment we started and going all the way through tonight, this chat has not slowed down at all. And Duchess, again, thank you for being here. You know, we
Yes.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's true. Super impressive. We have, you know, 2 people tonight said, oh yeah, Cobweb had a great first time. And then Mike Fee, my first time here. Great. I'm liking the channel. That's awesome.
Awesome. Yep.
That's fantastic. Guys, thanks so much for showing up and being here. We really appreciate everyone who pops in and watches, even if you're just watching. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. I am going to, for those of you that watch this channel primarily for like the diorama builds, I'm going to start a custom Snake Mountain that was just ordered from me. So I'm going to be posting new builds of a new Snake Mountain that I'm going to be making. It's going to be big like the last one, or the first one, I should say. And so stay tuned for those if you like that stuff. And I am going to do another Weekly Weirdo here on Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So hang out for that too.
So excited for a new Weekly Weirdo.
Oh, man.
I
I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but it'll be good, I hope.
Yeah, you got something weird back there you can pull out.
Definitely. Definitely do.
Let's not go that way.
Whoa.
I will not show my foot. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much. This has been awesome. Boys, you're the best.
Yep. Thank you.
Everybody in the chat, all you frenzy knots, thanks so much for being here. And are you ready to go with the end credits?
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Night,
Okay,
everybody.
Have a good night.
See you.